Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday night on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams. CSU football faces UTSA with pregame starting at 6:30. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Humble bragging.
I slept great until I got up this morning at my accustomed time of 3:45 to get ready for this extravaganza.
Bitter jealousy.
We've been working together for 9 years.
That's true. That's true.
9 years, and a lesser stag has caught your scent.
And timeless Friday traditions.
I'm like, let's go. Let's get the party started. I'm ready to go.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on DenverSports 104.3 The Fan.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. And you know, it's so appropriate because you know this Friday morning song that we always kick off the show with, little Karma Chameleon, little Culture Club. You know, this was not my idea. This was not Brandon Stokely's idea. This was a Mark Schlereth creation. And for the last year, you know, we haven't been able to hear Mark at the start of a Friday show. You know, the 6 a.m. listeners have missed out on the greatness of Mark Schlereth. But not today. But not today, people, because Mark Schlereth is on live at 6 a.m. live from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Stank.
Colorado, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good.
Good. Mark is in D.C. because he's going to be calling Washington and Vegas this weekend, and because you got out there on the Eastern time zone, you're going to be getting your morning with the Commanders started a little bit earlier, so we get you for the first 2 hours of the show. So here's what I was thinking. You know, the great 6 a.m. listeners have not had a chance to talk to you, Mark, in the last year. So I would like to open up the RamosLaw.com text line at 303-713-1043. Anything you'd like to say or ask Mark about this last year, or you know,
like a little question mark,
a little question mark.
6 a.m. listener question mark. I like it. I love it. Good to be on with you guys at 6 a.m. Good to be back in D.C., the capital. You know, and talking Raiders, Washington. It's a nice reprieve. I'll go right back to the NFC South. Trust me, as soon as this game is over, I'm going right back to the Carolina Panthers for the next 2 weeks. So all is going to be good. It's nice to have this little break from the NFC South.
Wow. Well, okay. Stoke, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Friday game week coming up here. So looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Big game.
Let's do this. Okay. We've got looking ahead to Sunday, and it is, by the way, it isn't just me Friday. You want to get anything off your chest, you could do that with us. As always, anything that you picked up on during the course of the week that you want to talk about, just give it to us in the form of, is it just me? And we want plenty of opinion, humor, snark, work in a Brandon Stokley French Cajun word or phrase of the week, and you get bumped up to the top of the line. We do get a chance to watch the Broncos on Sunday. Cortland Sutton on the importance of this game.
You know, I've been in this division my entire career, so I understand the significance of, you know, the AFC West, man. I feel like we play some of the best football in the NFL in this division, and it's always fun to be able to go out and compete against the quality of talent that we have in this division.
And, you know, maybe, guys, it's something that you don't necessarily think about or we've thought about because there's been so much looking back and critiquing, people not happy with the Colts game. But Patrick Surtain reminding all of us about what's at stake on Sunday.
Win this game, and we first in the division, so I think that's a big mark that we want to hit, especially early on in the season. So it's always good to win those divisional games early on, you know what I mean, to set you forward for the rest of the season.
Stoke, does that kind of sneak up on you, the idea that, you know, after 2 weeks of football that's looked kind of inconsistent and uneven from the Broncos, that win on Sunday and you're there in first place?
Yeah, I mean, that just shows you how important every game is in the NFL. Every week, and then every division game. And so they're so important. It doesn't matter if they're early in the season or late in the season. And you're right. I mean, you know, that was a tough loss last week. You're looking at you being 2-0. you thought you had it won, and now you're so disappointed that you're looking up at the Chargers and you're 1-1, but you got a great opportunity to beat the team in front of you and all of a sudden jump them in the standings and take over the division. And they got a great opportunity over there to be 3-0 in the division. So, yeah, huge game early in the season. Probably a bigger game for the Broncos than for the Chargers.
Yeah, it's interesting, Stoke. I was back last night on the plane, and I went back through that Raiders because obviously I've got the Raiders this week, that Raiders-Chargers game. And, as I go back through it and watch the coaches' tape, man, that game was tight. I thought the Raiders' defense really showed. They gave the one big play up to Johnson, off a double move, and and it just kind of a busted coverage. It was really a great design. But the bottom line is they gave up one big touchdown. They held them to field goals. They got a short field right off the bat off an interception. Held them to a field goal on that. They had a goal line stand where they held them to a field goal. The Raiders did. Listen, man, this is not like some juggernaut offense, and I think they've got a good, solid defense. No Khalil Mack. This is a great opportunity for the Broncos. To get a victory here against the Chargers.
And we saw it last night with the NFL. Just when you think you totally have things figured out and you know how things are trending, the NFL throws you or almost throws you a curveball as, Tua is one, dumb interception away from perhaps going down and tying that game and perhaps a 2-point conversion to try to win it or at least go into overtime. But alas for the Dolphins, another loss. And I don't know, is that a moral enough victory? Guys, Stoked, that our friend Mike McDaniel, Coach Capri Pants, keeps his job? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so early in the season that they did show up. Now, if they would have got beat, I mean, you brought it up yesterday, Evans. If they would have got beat bad, it might have been it for them. But they competed. They were right there with 10 minutes left, and the big defensive lineman decides that he was going to try to block a punt and runs into the punter, and next thing you know, they got a first down. They score a touchdown. They're up 7, and then Tua throws his interception late. And but they played well. I mean, that's a football team that has a ton of injuries already, unfortunately for them. And so look, I don't think it's happening right now because they went out there and competed. So they haven't thrown in the towel yet.
Probably not. Question for you, Mark. Will you be flexing and wearing your Washington Redskins Super Bowl ring into the building today?
No, I don't travel with Super Bowl rings. So no, I will not be doing that. Although there is a prominent picture of the '91 Redskins Super Bowl championship team right there on the wall as you walk in. So I will probably. You guys want me to take a picture and send it to you?
Yes.
Like me in front of that picture?
Yes, I would like to see that. Yes.
You would?
I would. Yeah.
I don't need to see it. You can just send it to Mike.
No, I'll send it to you.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate it though.
No, you'll. I think
my
overall,
texts are full. I'm full.
I think overall you're gonna actually. I'll just put it in the group text. You can check it out.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, you gotta love the subtle flex again. I don't bring my Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
With me out on the road.
Yeah, there's so many of them. I'm tripping over them practically all the time.
We are off and rolling. Is it just me? Friday, your questions and comments for Mark, who will be joining us for the first couple hours of the show. But up next, after what happened last week, simple question. Do you trust Vance Joseph in this defense? That's next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Well, as we start to see signs of fall, a crisp 47 degrees as I drove in this morning, now's a good time to get your home prepped for colder temperatures and take care of those plumbing to-dos. With my pals at Copperhead Plumbing, reliable hot water, such a must. Repairs, maintenance, or if it's time for a new water heater, trust Copperhead Plumbing. They are hot water heater specialists. And if I may, I highly recommend going tankless. Made the switch a couple years ago. Unlimited hot water on command, takes up less space, more energy efficient. Love it. Speaking of water, protect your home from unexpected and costly water damage. Have Copperhead Plumbing install the Moen Flow Smart Water Shutoff System. Monitors your entire home's water usage in real time right from your phone. Something else to keep in mind, Colorado, known for its hard clay soil, installing a water softener can really improve the quality of your water, help prevent the oxidation of your pipes and faucets. Hey, Copperhead Plumbing has been reliably serving Colorado since 2007. They're local, licensed, and focused on quality work done right the first time. So whether it's commercial or residential, emergency services, or routine maintenance, call 303-552-3491 and at CopperheadPlumbingInc.com. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
When your reputation's on the line, you don't leave anything to chance, especially your primer. Painters trust Kills primers for a smooth start, strong adhesion, and serious stain-blocking power. And now, the full Kills lineup is available exclusively at the Home Depot. Need it fast? Get same-day or next-day delivery, or order online and pick up in-store. Kills primers. Pro results, faster. The Home Depot. If you're a pro, you know.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm? I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business calm at ooma.com/radio.
What is happening, fellas? Happy Friday to you. I am fired up about the weekend. You know what else I'm fired up about? My friends over at family-owned Embers Living, a retail company based right here in Denver. Guess what? Football season's here. We're kicking off week 3 in the pros, and if you want to win the tailgate this year or just be the king of your block, Embers Living has you covered with their top-of-the-line Yoder pellet smokers. They have them in stock right now. Forget your neighbor's burnt burgers. You're bringing the flavor of the season. Head to Embers Living today and gear up with the best. Whether you're rooting for your college team or watching the pros on Sunday, they've got the perfect smoker to match your grilling game. From standalone grills to built-in setups, pizza ovens, and so much more. Embers Living is your one-stop shop for the ultimate outdoor cooking experience. And oh, by the way, winter's right around the corner. They got you covered there also with the marquee fireplaces. This is what I love about Embers Living. Indoor, outdoor, they got you covered. So remember, go win that tailgate this weekend. Go visit embersliving.com today and make your tailgate the envy of the neighborhood. That's embersliving.com. Embers Living, where your perfect tailgate begins.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis. Football season is here, and there's nothing like a fresh start, on the field or on the road. If you're looking for a new car or want to refinance your current loan, Colorado Credit Union has the winning play with low rates and fast approvals. Whether you need a truck for tailgating or a car for the daily drive, Colorado Credit Union would help you get there. Visit ccu.org to apply today. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required. Not all applicants will qualify. Federally insured by NCUA.
Catch a ride with EV and Auto. Catch a ride.
I'm Evie.
And I'm Otto.
And we're fully charged.
Like triple espresso charged at Foundation Chevrolet.
Reminding you, federal rebates on new electric vehicles vanish September 30th.
Time's ticking, and these deals are shockingly good.
Foundation Chevy is here to stay.
But these EV rebates are driving off fast.
Together, let's drive during Chevy Truck Month. Visit FoundationChevrolet.com and see us in Wheat Ridge. Catch a ride.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Attention golf lovers! The city of Aurora has you covered this fall. Home to 5 beautiful courses, there's no better place to play than Aurora. What's up, guys? It's Zach here. I enjoy leaf peeping every fall, but instead of heading to the mountains, I'm heading to my local Aurora golf courses. Saddle Rock, Aurora Hills, Spring Hill, Meadow Hills, and Murphy Creek have stunning Rocky Mountain views with the fall colors we adore. For more information and to book a tee time, visit golfaurora.com and give them a follow on Facebook, X, and Instagram at golfauroraco.
When you're hurt in a car crash or on the job, Postman Law delivers. Don't just hope for help, demand results. Others promise. Postman delivers with ease, speed, and results. Call 844-POSTMAN today. That's 844-POSTMAN.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan today at 720-405-3300. That's 720-405-3300.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
And a special treat for all you 6 a.m. listeners as Mark is joining us live from Washington, D.C. So instead of being on with us this morning 8 to 10, it'll be 6 to 8. And then he goes off to the Washington complex to visit with Dan Quinn, Jaden Daniels. Although we may not see Jaden Daniels this week. We'll see. But the Raiders and Commanders coming up this weekend, which led to this Is It Just Me from Chris, who says, is it just me or how the mighty have fallen? Washington has gone from the NFC Championship game to Mark calling their game by week 3. Unprecedented fall.
Wow.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Well, I did call them. This is the league actually going, hey, Washington needs a boost, because I did call them last year. I think week 2 game against the Giants where they won. And that propelled them to get to the NFC Championship game. So this is the league doing you guys a favor, because you guys know that everybody wants Washington to do well because they're all enamored with Jaden Daniels. So they sent the intrepid force that is me over here to give them some love and some excitement. So that's what we're doing.
Well, since you 6 a.m. listeners have not had a chance to talk to Mark in over a year since he abandoned all of us, this is your opportunity to ask him pretty much anything. So hit us up on the RamosLive.com text line 303-713-1043 to go along with Is It Just Me Friday. Get those hot takes off your chest heading off into the weekend. Vance Joseph, yesterday, talking about what he found positive in the defense's performance against the Colts.
That's always our goal, If you win red zone, it keeps the points to a minimum. That's our goal each week. But obviously, we got to fix what went wrong in that first half, and we can't duck that, and we won't duck that, and we haven't. So we'll fix those things and move on and get better from it.
All right, VJ, is this week against the Chargers a statement game for this defense?
I'm not sure. Every week we play the games, win or loss, and we correct on Mondays. And we look back on what we did good, obviously. We continue to move forward with that. And what we didn't do well, we fix. I thought they had a good plan in the first half last week. I thought we adjusted well at halftime and kind of, bowed them up a little bit. We gave up the big run in the second half, and, they made more plays than we did in the past game. That's going to happen in this league from time to time, and no worries, big picture-wise.
Okay, no worries, he says. Stoked, simple question. After what happened last week, do you trust this defense?
Yes, I still trust them. A little bit less, though, than I did 2 weeks ago, but I still trust this defense. I thought, like Vance said, sometimes you get got. It's the NFL, and you give credit to the Colts, and I think it might be a good thing for the Broncos that they got exposed a little bit. Go back to the drawing board and realize, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were if we're not on top of our game. And they did do some good things, obviously. They were holding them to field goals, which was huge. But, we expected them to go out there and be a little bit sharper than what they were. And I think in the end, hopefully, we look back and say that ended up being a good thing for them.
Yeah, I think I think you're all over it, and I think there's part of it that you look at, the 2 fourth down stops, right? So you get off the field; those are like turnovers, getting those fourth down stops, getting short fields, all those things. You mentioned hold them to field goals; that's always a good thing. But you're right. You look at some of, hey, here's where we're going to get attacked. We're going to, they ran the ball at our edges, and you know what? And they blocked our edges, and we're going to have to be better. And to rush the passer effectively, you're going to have to shut down that run game. You can't let them convert. We've got to be better on first down. All the things that you look at, and that is human nature. When things are going well and everybody's talking really good about you, sometimes, you can get got. And so, anyhow, it could be a great thing overall. I'm with Stoke, man. I don't know about you, Mike, but I still believe in this defense. I still think this defense is going to be exceptional throughout the entirety of the season. And this is just one of those games where, unfortunately, you lost early, but it's a learning curve. And hopefully you rebound this weekend and really, take it to a really good Chargers team.
I'd say I've changed. My perception's changed a little bit. Whereas last Sunday, I just kept waiting and assuming that the defense was going to make that big play. I just kept waiting for Nick Benito to burst in and get a sack on Daniel Jones, or Zach Allen to collapse the pocket and get pressure, or somebody to come up with an interception. And when it didn't happen, and the Colts and Daniel Jones kept getting the ball out, and I was stunned because I just almost assumed for it to happen. I guess now it is switched to this week where I got to see it now. I'm going to be somewhat skeptical, Stoke, until I see it again.
So you don't trust?
It's not saying I don't trust him.
Well, it's yes or no. Do you trust this defense?
Well, I guess if you're going to put it black or white, yeah, no. Right now I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Wow.
I got to see it.
Well, they build up enough equity for me. It's going to take more than one game for me to say I don't trust this defense. I mean, they carried this football team last year. I was excited about them this offseason, that they were going to be the strength of this football team. So I'm not going to just abandon them and lose all trust and faith in them after one game. Is that how you roll? Like one little thing, and you're just like, whatever, you're done. You're not a good friend.
No,
come
it's
on,
not
Evans.
just one game, though.
It
is not, because last year they finished up the season with some real leaky defensive performances. So it's not like this was just a defense that was dominant start to finish last year, and then this performance on Sunday popped up. We saw some signs of this at the end of last season, Mark. So no, I guess I'm back to, after a full summer of guzzling the Kool-Aid and buying the hype, I got to be won over again.
So what about Bo Nix after week one? Did you give up on him week one because he threw 3 picks?
Well, Bo didn't have the ironclad reputation that this defense had coming into the season. Nobody was talking all summer about how Bo Nix could be and this offense could be a historic #1 in the league, possibly generational offense. Nobody was talking about that during this summer. They were talking like that about the defense.
I mean, back up here. What about Sean Payton said he could be a top 5 quarterback in a couple of years? This is a Super Bowl team. I've had 7 teams that I thought could go to the Super Bowl. This is one of them.
Yeah, and I never really fully endorsed those comments. My stance was always like, why? Why'd you have to do that? How about you lay in the weeds?
But there was hype surrounding Bo taking a big step this year.
Sure.
And he had some up and down moments last year, right? He did. So I just think I'm still excited about this defense. I'm not going to let one poor performance, because I didn't expect – I still think they got a chance to be great, but I didn't expect them to go out there and dominate every single week. You might have an off night, and that's what I'm hoping this is. But, hey, they got a great test this weekend against the Chargers and Herbert. Herbert's throwing the ball all around the yard. They're feeling good about their team right now and their offense in L.A.
Put it this way. I'm not like just absolutely despondent and pessimistic about this defense. But after what happened last week, they got to kind of go back out and earn it for me. So, but apparently
Mike's a hard grader.
I am a hard
grader.
grader.
Mike is like, hey, listen, You cross me one time. That's all it takes. You cross me one time, and I give up on you. That's it.
No, just got to prove it, all. Just got to prove it again. Coming up next, Patrick Surtain, brutally honest when talking about his performance against the Colts. You'll hear that. And keep those questions and comments for Mark. We'll devote a segment of Question Mark coming up in just a little bit as well. All that straight ahead.
Is Vance Joseph's defense ready to take on Justin Herbert? Will Sean Payton's offense find balance against a familiar foe? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football Pregame Show, live on game day starting at noon. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoked here from my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Fellas, did you know ED is nothing more than a medical condition? Studies show that around 50% of men over age 50 have some form of the condition, and young men can be affected by ED as well. But what you may not know is that ED stems from a variety of causes, and these often call for different treatment strategies. And that's what my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic do. They have treatments when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. And oh, by the way, Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. They have an expert staff. Jeff and his team, they're the absolute best. And if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you: Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock. Oh, by the way, it's a new and improved office over there in the Rock, and also in Colorado Springs. Call today, 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900. Or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Some things in life should never be trial and error, like do-it-yourself dentistry or messing with your home's electrical wiring. That's where Piper Electric comes in. They've been powering homes with expert electrical service since 1983. From simple fixes to commercial and industrial work. Need an EV charger? They'll plug you in without the sparks. Right now, get $50 off your next service. Call 303-422-9219 before you DIY yourself back into the dark ages. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
Winter and the holidays will be here before you know it. Don't wait to upgrade your home. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the Colorado snow flies. Enjoy low-interest financing for 15 years, often better than your bank, with no prepayment penalty. Stay warm, boost your home's value, and pay less each month. Prices go up every year, so lock in your free quote today. Host the next game day party at your house. Call 5280 Exteriors now and see how low your monthly payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Select Help, how can we help?
Hi, my CEO needs a POV on the ROI of HDHPs. Buy EOD.
Okay, so you're a small business. Let's start there.
How'd you know that?
Let's just say it's not my first RODEO. Get it? Rodeo.
Oh, right. Letters.
Let's get started.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health. Insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Catch a ride with Evie and Otto. Catch a ride.
I'm Evie.
And I'm Otto.
And you're invited to Go Evie Go at Foundation Kia, the premier electric vehicle sales event.
Enjoy free food, giveaways, and really sweet deals on all new EVs.
Yep, before federal rebates expire September 30th.
Foundation Kia is here to stay, but these deals are going away.
Your EV journey starts here. Join us September 25th through 27th for the biggest event of the year. Visit foundationkia.com for more info, and we'll see you in Wheat Ridge. Catch a ride.
It's back. Football is back, Broncos country, which means summer is almost over, and that means it's time for game days. Whether you're heading to Empower Field or traveling to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, you got to get there in style and on time. So let my friends at Hermes Worldwide handle the traffic and parking, and you handle the rest, which means have as much fun as possible and make as many memories as you can. So let Hermes Worldwide get you to and from the game safe. All you need to do is call Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. I think I'm some kind of football prophet.
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts,
Ductworks at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist opens airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Denver Sports Snapshot. Saturday night on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams. CSU football faces UTSA with pregame starting at 6:30. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Utter nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, for the first time in over a year, you 6 a.m. listeners get a chance to hear Stank live as he is in D.C. this morning. He's going to be leaving the show a little bit earlier today to go off and visit with Washington as he prepares to call Washington and the Raiders on Sunday. What are you anticipating when you meet up with Pete Carroll? Is he going to remember you, despite the fact that you've called maybe, 15 of his games over the years?
Probably not. I mean, you just never know what kind of, had I done it week 2, had I been on the Chargers game week 2, then he probably would have remembered me because he's coming off a win. But coming off a loss on Monday night, and we're going to sit down at the hotel together tomorrow morning, probably there's no chance. There's probably no chance of him actually knowing who I am. And then he's dealing with all the Brady stuff, Brady was in the booth and Brady was listening to the coach's plays, and so he's scrambling with all that stuff. And there's no chance that Pete remembers who I am.
You got to poke the bear and ask him about that?
Yeah, I'll just say, hey, what's Brady's advice for you playing Washington? Because he did week 1. Oh God, he would be. Can you imagine? He'd probably end the meeting right there.
Just get up and walk out, huh?
Yeah, and I'd be like, dude, that was funny. I would look at my producer like, that was funny. No, that wasn't funny.
That was
Too
funny.
soon?
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do a special segment of question marks. So since you 6 a.m. listeners haven't had a chance to talk to Mark in a while, we're going to do that here coming up in just a little bit. So we'll send those questions in on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Also, it's Is It Just Me Friday like this one. Is it just me? Evans, you got off the Broncos hype train quicker than Stoked got off the golden age hype train of the Rockies.
No, I think you were quicker.
I think Stoked lasted a little longer on the Rockies.
You hung in there for a couple
weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
I did. I hung in there for a few weeks. I mean, I was, such a long season. I was just holding out hope that we would see some kind of life. But obviously
tonight it didn't happen.
It didn't, bud. It didn't.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not off the Broncos hype train. Not at all. My unshakable faith in this defense has been shaken a little bit, and I'm sorry. I can't imagine.
My unshakable faith after 2 games has been shaken.
It has been shaken.
Wow.
It has. And I listen. I'm not going to tell Broncos country that you're lying, but come on. I mean, be honest with me. Be honest with yourself. I guess most importantly. You're telling me you're going to sit down to watch the Broncos on Sunday, and you're going to go into that game feeling the exact same way about the defense for this game on Sunday as you did when you sat down for the Colts game last Sunday. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
I think after what you saw last week, the defense has to kind of go back out and earn it again.
And that's fair. I mean, because it wasn't like it was a juggernaut of an offense there in Indy. I mean, that's not really who they are. They don't have great players all over the football field. So that's fair if that's how you feel. Has your expectations changed for the Broncos season?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So you're good there.
Yep. Still living in that 10-11 win world.
I thought you were 11-12.
No, I was 11.
Okay, so now why'd you go to 10? Why'd you say 10, though?
Well, 10 is the absolute baseline minimum for success. If they do not win 10 games this season, then the season is a failure.
But you're still you still think they're going to win 11.
Yes,
though.
I do.
But you mentioned 10. I just
10 is
that's what you do. You sprinkle that in there, and then in 2 weeks you're like, no, I've always been at right around 10 wins. 9-10. Right.
No.
Stoked.
Yeah.
Really good. Still pressing the issue really good because 10 came out first.
That's right.
10-11. It wasn't like, hey, 11, maybe. It was 10-11. 10. We're talking 10. 9 or 10. 9 or 10 is good. Like, you got him on the rope, Stoke, right now.
Because
you got him on the ropes.
He was almost 11-12. You almost had him going to 12.
No,
and so
he was
11 was the base, 11 was the floor, and now all of a sudden, 2.5 weeks in, the floor's at 10.
Revisionist history.
Wow.
I was always at 10 or 11. Mark was the one that was always trying to talk me into 12, and I never took the bait. Okay, if we're going to play this game right now, since we are apparently pressing the issue, let me press this.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
Okay, so who do you like this weekend, Mark? And remember what you told everybody on our podcast yesterday about this game.
Wow.
Yeah,
Evans got receipts. Holy cow.
Well, go ahead and listen to the Stinks Truth podcast. You'll find out what I said. I will tell you this, though.
Tease? How about you give a little tease?
We'll do our picks. There. We'll do our picks at the end of the 9 o'clock hour.
No, you won't be here at the 9 o'clock hour. So
gosh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Why not do it now?
That's unfortunate. I may not be ready right now. I'm still working through some film study.
Yeah, because you watched the film on the trip out yesterday. So maybe your opinions have changed after watching the film, huh?
Yeah, it could have changed.
It could have changed.
I'm still kind of doing the math on the film that I watched,
Oh, you hot snot. Patrick Surtain, in a very unusual, but he handled it very, very well. A lot of questions the other day about his performance on Sunday against the Colts. He stood right there and answered honestly.
I'm not going to be up here and just, credit him. I know what type of player I am, but there are some points where I thought my technique was a little lazy. Knowing that I could have been better with my placement, my footwork, knowing what certain routes was coming. But also, like I said, they made some great throws, great catches. I feel like I was on them like white on rice. And, sometimes they just make good catches. But, at the end of the day, it's a lot to learn from, a lot to gain from that. It gives me a lot of motivation to make sure that I'm on point and I'm on cue.
Stoke, find that refreshing?
Yeah, no, that's great. Own it. And he had some good coverage a couple times, and it's like, wow, how did that guy catch that ball? And then you take ownership of, all right, I got to clean up a few things here, which is great early in the season to know that, all right, it's not perfect. I know I was Defensive Player of the Year last year, but I still got work to do. If I'm not on top of my game, I will be exposed. This defense will be exposed. So I'm hoping that this ends up being a good thing for the Broncos, that it kind of resets them a little bit and gets them refocused on playing good football and doing the little things to be able to go out there and be a great defense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love it. I thought there were several times where he was all over guys and then made great catches. And, part of that is Daniel Jones having, zero fear to throw it in there. He did a great job with that stuff. And then, the technique stuff. Hey, man, every one of us occasionally, when you play, you have a technique flub up. Somebody gets on your edge, whatever it is. Whatever your particular issues are at your position, it happens. And to be able to sit there and say, hey, man, I'm looked at myself critically and said, I've got to be better here, here, and here. That's that accountability factor, that is big. That's a big thing for me. And, ultimately, that's one of the reasons you put faith in a guy like him, and you put faith in this defense, the kind of faith that Mike doesn't have, Stoke. Like, I'll stay on that faith, and I'll say, hey, man, they're going to rectify this. And that was one of those blips on the radar that you know what, you just account for, hey, every now and again, man, you get got, and that's not going to happen again.
Imagine being Mike's quote-unquote wife. Goodness.
Oh, my goodness,
wow.
Right?
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help. Boy, I need you guys to do the promo now.
Hey, that meal was a little overcooked, sweetheart. I think from this point forward, we're just going to order out.
You know what?
One bad meal and it's
bad
over.
Meal.
Starting
She can't
tonight,
cook anymore.
dinner. You're on notice. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help by giving away a PS5 bundle. All you have to do to enter is download the Denver Sports app, click on the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5, Madden 26, College Football 26, as well as a 70-inch TV. Good luck. Question Mark Special Edition coming up next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 104.3 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Questions like, what if you haven't filed in 3 or more years? Can you still get a refund if you file late? What do you need to know to get back into the system? Advanced Tax Solutions founder Todd Whalen going to be hosting a free online workshop on Tuesday, September 30th at 6 p.m. that will focus on the steps you can take to resolve unfiled tax issues and get back into the system. You will have the opportunity to ask all your questions during this roughly 1-hour seminar. Questions like, how far back does the IRS require you to file? What if the IRS filed returns for you if you moved? Maybe you wouldn't even know the IRS filed for you until the IRS has garnished your wages or levied your bank account. To sign up for the free workshop coming up at 6 p.m. Tuesday, September 30th, call 303-753-6040. Advanced Tax Solutions, right here in Denver, with over 50 years of experience in IRS tax resolution and tax debt relief. Again, call 303-753-6040. Advanced Tax Solutions.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
What's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Disappointing offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with Orchard. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale and helping you sell on the market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then once you're all settled in, your Orchard agent helps sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one Orchard customer said. I never could have sold without Orchard. I made way more than I expected, and it couldn't have been easier. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
At Tallgrass, we're proud to support the Rockies, the mountains, and the team.
Learn more about affordable energy for all at tallgrass.com. And go Rockies.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
This is Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. If you've struggled with weight loss, it's time for something real. We use GLP-1 medications from licensed U.S. pharmacies at full strength, never from unknown or online sources. Your program is overseen by a real doctor with in-clinic care and telemedicine options. Best of all, we're offering a free consultation so you can get started risk-free. Experience real weight loss results for under $300 a month. Visit denverregen.com to book your free consult. That's denverregen.com.
Empower.
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month. Yeah! He just realized you can join and cancel anytime. Ha-ha! Now that's what I'm talking about. Now he just found $1 in the sofa. Yeah! And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason? Yeah. Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Woo! Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Have a question for Mark Schlereth?
What's the question?
What do you mean?
What's the question?
Well, now's your chance. Buckle up, Stink, because it's time for Question Mark.
Mark Schlereth, handsome son, get out here.
Well, a special honor for all you 6 a.m. listeners. For the first time in over a year, Mark is with us in the 6 a.m. hour because he's in Washington, D.C., going to be prepping with the Washington Commanders later this morning, calling Washington and Vegas on Sunday for Fox. So we get him for the first couple hours of the show and figured, hey, you know, a lot of you 6 a.m. listeners, you haven't had a chance to listen to and talk to Mark. So this is an opportunity to ask some questions. So the return of Question Mark, here you go. This is Mark Rome from Loveland, who asks, Mark, what does your landscaping company add to your lawn before the first snow? Can you give me their number for some tips?
I cannot give you their number, and hey, they did a nice job while I was away in New York. But Papa Bear came back, took back control, and let me just tell you right now, my lawn looks tremendous. And I mowed her down real tight on Wednesday before I left. So she's tight. She looks great. And, you know, I will be, when I get home, I will be overseeding. I'll be aerating, overseeding, and throwing down a little rich lawn winterizer.
There you go. Little man 101 there from Mark.
Yeah.
Another one. Mark, can you pull a Tom Brady this weekend, get some intel on the Raiders to give back to Sean and the Broncos for when they play their first game? You know, this can work more than one way, you know. So
Right.
Yeah,
right.
like that.
So yeah, I'll get the good intel. I'll say, hey, Sean, here's what I found out from Pete. He doesn't know who I am. Like, yeah, no. I mean, you know what? Again, what do you really like? What is Tom Brady really getting in a production meeting where he can't even be in the facility? He's on a Zoom with a coach or a player. Like the whole thing. That whole thing is so overblown. We've talked about that, but it just is kind of ridiculous.
All right, let me ask both of you guys this, because Patrick Surtain talked this week about how he is talking a lot to J.K. Dobbins and being like a sponge and asking Dobbins about Charger players that J.K. Dobbins played with last year. The idea being that J.K. Dobbins can give him some valuable intel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Stoked, do you buy that? Is there anything to that? Is J.K. Dobbins what's he able to pass along, if anything?
I doubt it.
You're skeptical.
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's a running back. And so what is he talking about in the passing game? I mean, how much does he know about the passing game and the wide receivers? I just don't think you're going to get a lot from it. Maybe a little bit at the most, maybe a little bit, but I don't think you're going to get enough to be able to impact a game or anything like that. Now, if he was a wide receiver, maybe so. He can give you some background on some of the wide receivers, but I just don't think a running back's going to be able to give you a lot there for you to all of a sudden for it to make a big difference.
Yeah, hey, you know, Keenan Allen's really strong. Yeah, he's big and he's really strong, and he's a good inside route runner, and he'll muscle you up. The Johnson kid can run fast. The players are so concerned about what they like. If I got flipped to another team, and you wanted to know, like the team that I got flipped to said, all right, give us, details on your defense. I'd be like, hey, Keith Traylor's, big and strong, and Alfred Williams, has got this move off the edge or whatever. But I'd know about the guys that I played against, right? I'd know that. I'd know the front they like to play. But that's all stuff you see readily on film. It's right there. Every time you turn on the tape, it's there. So I could give you some insight individually on the guys that I played against. Tanavasa, what he was like, how I would set him. But beyond that, position to position, yeah, you could garner some things. But I'm with Stoke. Like, hey, man, like I said, Keenan Allen, man, really fiery. Kind of leads our offense. Very strong. Strong at the top of the route. Oh, well, yeah, I saw that on film when he tossed a dude and scored a touchdown.
Yeah. I don't think you get to be Defensive Player of the Year if you can't see these things readily on film. Here's one more. This is proof of why the 6 a.m. listeners are the best of the bunch here on The Fan, even the Raider fans, because a couple Raider fans have written in and both asked the same thing. With you calling the Raiders game this weekend, Mark, can you do a phrase that pays, especially for us Raider fans who listen to the show?
Oh.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. All right, put it to the text line. What's the inside Raiders phrase that pays?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Mark is very, very good in following through on the phrases that pay whenever he's done a Broncos game in the past. So all right, well, maybe we'll extend an olive branch to the Raider Nation there, okay? If you have a Raider phrase that pays, or maybe Bronco fans, you have a Raider phrase that pays that you'd like Mark to work in. I'm immediately thinking about you mentioning how you went 11-1 against the Raiders as a Bronco. How about that?
Well,
one?
that popped into my mind. Then what's their tagline? Commitment to excrement. Is that what it?
Yes.
Oh no, excellence. Not my fault. My fault. I was thinking about the last 30 years. But probably not that one. Probably I shouldn't go that way.
All right, we'll have some fun.
Speaking of excrement, how did the drive do in trivia yesterday after we went 4-0?
We'll find out. We'll get the update on that.
Okay.
Also, the Broncos special teams coach explains what went wrong on that field goal block attempt. All that coming up next.
Will Denver's pass rushers continue their strong start to the season? Will Sean Payton find more ways to utilize his running backs? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, when I first met the folks from Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, learned a lot, including that men, stunningly, wait on average over a year to do something about their erectile dysfunction. But the more you learn about it, the more I understood, and maybe you would as well. Taking that first step is not always easy. A lot of unknowns, anxiety, some embarrassment, all to be expected. It's why I recommend Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They are incredibly compassionate about what guys are going through. They create an environment of trust as they visit with you to find out what your goals are, customizing a treatment plan just for you, and you cannot argue with the results. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has a success rate well over 90%. You decide when you want to be able to perform and for how long. Schedule a consult, just $99. Take a simple blood test along with the TNPSA test. Add a medically advised test dose. And if that test dose does not work in the office, your visit is free. 5 locations to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and the new and improved office in Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Breaking Benjamin. And 3 Days Grace. Live. September 25th at Fiddler's Green Amphitheater with special guest Return to Dust. Get tickets now at fiddlersgreenamp.com. Don't miss Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace, produced by AEG Presents.
Injured in an accident? Call Postman Law. Our attorneys have recovered over $3 billion for clients, fighting and winning nationwide. Others promise, Postman delivers. Call 844-POSTMAN now for your free consultation. That's 844-POSTMAN.
Wow, Leslie, your fireplace really sucks.
I beg your pardon?
Well, what I mean is your fireplace is literally sucking all the air out of your house and right up the chimney every time you burn it.
Well, what can I do about it?
Well, you could get a high-efficiency gas insert from Mendota. It keeps all the air you already paid the utility company to heat, and it returns up to 86% of the fire's heat back into your house.
I'd use my fireplace every chance I get if I could do that. Maybe my furnace wouldn't need to run so much.
Well, that's the whole point. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio, along with my niece, Leslie, to tell you how a gas insert from Mendota will give you the incentive to use your fireplace again. Mendota gas fireplaces and inserts are made to crank out the heat with beauty and style.
Lair's is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in fireplaces. Family owned and operated since 1954.
We'll even give you a free in-home quote, including expert installation by our own certified in-house installers.
Find us on the web at lairfireplacepatio.com.
For top quality Mendota fireplaces and inserts, it's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's fireplace experts.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
Most business owners and decision makers work hard but stay frustrated because customers simply don't know they exist. Marketing isn't about being flashy. It's about making sure people understand how you solve their problem. Audio, video, and online campaigns put your message where your customers are already paying attention. And your friends at DenverSports, they specialize in connecting customers to businesses. The moment you get clear and show up consistently, growth follows. Don't stay the best kept secret in town. Visit DenverSports.com and click on the Advertise with Us button and start growing today.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity, and the other day I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, switching between apps, trying to find a game. He claimed to be a big fan, but I feel like I was being fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, well, it's next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K, so clear it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going on at once. Why? Because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications, live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every single time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K cable TV box.
International Hunting Association and Terrana Hybrid, reigniting racing and skilled trades, mentorship, education, legacy. Get your tickets now at ihra.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks, Eats, Drinks, Scenic Views.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday night on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams. CSU football faces UTSA with pregame starting at 6:30. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, happy Friday. You made it, everybody. The weekend is here. Another football weekend is here. Kicked off last night with a surprisingly competitive Thursday night game. Buffalo having to hold on at the end to put down what turned out to be kind of a pesky, spirited Dolphins team that maybe has not rolled over on Mike McDaniel. So that kicks off a big weekend of college and pro football. And we have a special treat this hour. Mark Schlereth is with us this hour, as he is on with us earlier this morning because he's out on the East Coast in Washington, D.C., going to be calling Commanders and Raiders this weekend, so he'll be leaving us a little bit earlier this morning to go out to the Washington complex, so we get him for a couple hours at the start of the show, so you 7 a.m. listeners, just like the 6 a.m. listeners, getting a chance to interact with Mark really for the first time in, over a year, so there you go, and if you have a specific question, we just did a special question mark for the 6 a.m. listeners. We'll do one for the 7 a.m. listeners as well. Also, with Mark calling the Raiders this weekend, we're extending an olive branch to our Raider fans that listen to us embedded here in Colorado. And if you'd like to suggest a phrase that pays, Mark's usually very good with the phrase that pays whenever he does a Broncos game, maybe work in a phrase that pays for the Raiders. So if you as a Raider fan or if you as a Bronco fan have a suggestion for the Raider phrase that pays, let us know. RamosLaw.com, text line 303-713-1043. And it is an Is It Just Me Friday, giving you a chance to get those hot sports opinions off your chest. So away we go with that. Mark, you asked the question, how did the drive do with trivia after we put up a sterling 4-0 yesterday? Well, what do you know? The drive answered with a 4-0 of their own.
Disappointing in you, Evans. Disappointing in you. You're the one that comes up with the questions, and you got to be better. I mean,
you want to hear the
questions?
questions?
Do you take it personal?
A little bit, but
you should.
But I also know that the moment I start to ratchet up the toughness, they whine.
Let me hear what were the questions?
All right, here's the question. Last week, college football. Last week, West Virginia beat Pitt. What's the nickname of their rivalry game?
Easy.
Well, hold on. Let's see if our two geniuses here, resident geniuses in Stink and Stoke, can get it.
Yeah, that's the. It's not the.
That is That's the.
Don't look it up.
Mark's Googling
Yeah,
it.
he's
No.
Googling.
Yes. That is the
backyard.
You're looking it up.
Where?
All right.
Where?
No cheating.
The dental work needed game.
Backyard brawl.
There you go. All right.
Backyard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Which current NHL head coach has the most career wins, including the playoffs? Is it Anaheim's Joel Quenneville, Tampa's John Cooper, Florida's Paul Maurice, the Avs' Jared Bednar, or Detroit's Todd McClellan?
John Cooper.
Yeah, that's why I'd go John Cooper, Tampa.
Yeah, it was Joel Quenneville.
That was my second one. Good old Joe. I knew he had a good run there.
Good
a few
old
years ago.
Yeah, Coach Q,
that was-
Joe. Yeah, Joe. He's a good coach.
Great. Yeah, solid guy.
All right, last one. Which baseball team has the most regular season wins since 2000? Is it the Dodgers, Cardinals, Red Sox, Yankees, or Braves?
That would be the Yankees.
Since 2000?
Since 2000.
Let's go. This seems like a curveball to me. The Braves.
It was the Yankees.
There it is.
So, and then the curveball question was
too easy. Yeah.
The curveball question was Robert Redford, before becoming an accomplished
the natural.
Good one, Stoke.
That's good. That's good.
Nailed it.
Good play. Good play. Robert Redford actually once received a baseball scholarship from which college?
Oh, wow.
Was it USC, Columbia, Kansas, Colorado, or Virginia?
Wow.
Columbia.
USC.
Colorado.
No.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Yeah. So if you go,
that's a great curveball.
If you go
question.
to the sink, that was Ty's. Good job, Ty. If you go to the sink in Boulder, they have pictures and stuff. I guess he worked there. This was like 1955. He worked there as a dishwasher or something. But here's the story about his baseball. He went there to play baseball. He was there for 1 year, and then he got kicked out, lost his scholarship for excessive drinking and partying.
The guy is drunk.
After 1 year at CU playing baseball, and so he took that and decided that baseball wasn't for him, and he chose to go and turn to a career in acting.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
No, those are good questions.
Yeah,
those are good. So good job by them. Got to give them credit.
You know what? I'm actually happy they went 4-0. You know why?
Why?
Because they went 4-0 without Zach.
It's
there.
impossible.
Oh.
He can't be that guy.
Wow.
His ceiling is established.
So, no Zach, 4-0.
He can't be that guy.
Where's his ceiling?
His ceiling is established.
Yeah. We know Zach's a ceiling, so it's been established.
Why?
So I'm almost kind of happy that they went 4-0. So good showing by both teams. Good showing by both teams yesterday. So good strong showing by both teams.
I want to pound his ass.
4-0, both of us. That's unprecedented. That's never ever happened before. What unfortunately has happened before is the Broncos losing excruciating games because of special teams mistakes. And special teams coach Darren Rizzi yesterday talked about what happened on that fateful leverage penalty.
Yeah, Mike, I know Sean went through a lot of it already, so I'm not going to reiterate all the things that he said. But from a coaching standpoint, the thing that's disappointing to me is the execution part. That's on me. As a coach, any coach, if you go out, we're not lined up correctly, and we didn't execute the call that was called. And so, that's what keeps you up at night as a coach. So as far as the penalty goes, listen, the leveraging call, was it letter of the law, a foul? Yes. Are there many of those throughout the year that don't get called? Yes. So I get it. I guess probably because the play was in an escalated situation. But again, we'll learn from it, move on. And again, like I said, I know Sean's covered a lot of it, so I'm not going to double, reiterate all the things he said.
All right, Stoke. Same situation presents itself on Sunday. What do the Broncos do?
They don't do any kind of pull and jump. I can tell you that. I think they just bull rush and just try to go straight through the guys and then jump up. So I think it's much different moving forward. Certainly, I think they have been made aware of the ramifications of even coming close to doing something like that. If the refs want to, call it close, then you're going to leave it up to the refs. You're probably going to get screwed on the deal. So, no, I think it looks much different on Sunday and moving forward for the Broncos in their field goal rush unit.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's a letter of the law call, and to me, it's a dumb rule, but whatever. If they're going to call it that way, you definitely have to adjust the way you're doing it. The way you're, whether you put your hands on guys or not. And especially as you get to those longer field goals, you're going to have to, like Stokes said, just bull rush, try to crush through a gap, maybe rush off the outside, see if you can jump over and do that. But certainly you got to kind of adjust the way you're rushing the kicker.
Thing I took from that was I love how he said, yeah, could you find other examples of this around the NFL? Sure, which is exactly what we've been talking about. This was not unusual.
So that lets you know what they think of that call.
Yeah, they think it was a bogus call.
Right.
And the fact that both of them, both Sean and now Rizzy say, hey, by the letter of the law, which is code for okay.
Seriously.
But you're going to call it there. How
right
ticky-tack.
Really?
How
right.
BS. Yeah.
You know what else that is?
What?
You know what else that is? By the letter of the law, I don't want to get fined.
Right.
But that was garbage.
Right. Exactly.
Right? I don't want the league to come down and fine me, but that was garbage.
Yeah. By letter of the law, air quotes. Coming up next, Cortland Sutton with an interesting take on Bo Nix, which makes me want to ask the question, does Bo need to chill out a little bit? That's next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
This weekend, tailgates, football watch parties, or just to enjoy your favorite snacks. Everything tastes better. Teamed up with Daisy Dips, French onion and ranch. They're my go-to dips because they taste delicious, but also because they're made the right way. Daisy French onion and Daisy ranch dips made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. Of course, it's Daisy. Been in business for over a century. No one better when it comes to making your football spread a hit. Look for Daisy French onion and Daisy ranch dips this weekend at a grocery store near you.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I
do. Everyone does. But even the best deal in the market becomes high if rates fall in the future. So now what? Go through all the expense again? No. Just go to U.S. Mortgages and get our trademarked lowest rate for life product. It allows you to get your savings today and lock in at below market rates like our 4.75 5-year fixed that has a 5.89 APR.
Wait, 4.75% 5 years fixed?
Yes, and even if the market does improve further, great. We redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee, and there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. So stop waiting for rates to get better and wasting money. Lock in your savings now and know you're 100% protected with lowest rate for life. Call 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com. Rate must be locked by 9/16.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
What is happening, fellas? Stoked here for my friends at Embers Golf. If you're like me, you know fall golf is hands down the best golf Colorado has to offer. The air is crisp, the courses are pure, and it's a perfect time to fine-tune your game before the season ends. And the best place to do that, Embers Golf in Westminster. The place isn't your big box golf store. Nope, Embers is boutique style, family-owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling clubs, they're crafting a full journey personalized to you. They have 2 hitting bays, all the major brands, and they specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. You can get a full bag fitting and actually feel the difference. Seriously, there's nothing else like it around. I went out with my guys the other day, Trevor and Tate, and we hit the course, and I'm absolutely loving my new clubs that I got from them this year. I got them all fitted over there at Embers Golf. I'm talking about driver, 3-wood, all my irons. I absolutely love it. They're going to get you taken care of just like they did for me. So before the snow hits, get yourself dialed in. Go get fitted for some clubs at Embers Golf. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
What if a quarterback completed 4 out of his 5 passes, or a point guard hit 4 out of 5 shots from behind the arc? Well, now, when you're hiring, you can play at that level, because 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter's technology hustles to find skilled people for your job, and you can invite your top picks to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm, I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Flanagan Law is different on purpose. Female-owned, client-focused, and community-driven. After your accident, we make sure you're cared for and compensated. Flanagan Law. Different feels better. Focus on healing. We'll take care of the rest.
Advent Health is Littleton's home for highly specialized, life-changing heart care. From preventive screenings to personalized treatment options, it's heartfelt care from expert hands. The Advent Health Heart and Vascular Institute is now open, ready to provide wholehearted care for your whole health.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Food critiques.
I love chicken. I hate chicken salad.
What?
If you put chicken salad in front of me, I'd gag.
Hard-hitting analysis.
I took an Ambien on accident before practice, and that's what he looked like out there.
And some constructive criticism.
Reminded me of the show that Mike had yesterday. Just a little off, not completely there. You were like, Mike, are you going to take control of this show? Like, how many times did you have to say that yesterday?
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, a special treat. We got Mark here in the 6 and 7 o'clock hour, kind of flipping things from the normal 8 to 10 with us because he's in D.C. calling Commanders and Raiders this weekend, so he's going to have to leave us at 8 o'clock this morning. So we get a chance to have Mark with us this hour. We're going to do a special edition of Question Mark because you 7 a.m. listeners have not had a chance to really interact with Mark for the last year, so here is your chance. Also, we are coming up with recommendations for the Raiders phrase that pays that Mark will sprinkle into the game broadcast at some point. This one's my favorite. Mark, you got to work in boo rating.
Yeah. Hey,
what is boo rating?
Balls over opponent.
Yes.
I don't know that.
Can you get away with that one?
I'm going to get away with boo rating on. I mean, I would like to. I would love to use boo rating, and I used it on FS1. I used it on our show. I used it on the podcast. But when you're doing, a National Football League network game, I don't think balls over opponents going to go over real well with the bosses.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do it. All right. We also have an Is It Just Me Friday going on, and we love Is It Just Me's as long as they're opinionated, funny, and also have plenty of snark like this one, guys. You're going to love this one. Is it just me watching the Dolphins last night? They are so poorly coached. Imagine losing the game on a stupid special teams mistake. Oh, wait.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That was good.
That's good. Too soon?
That was kind of no, that's good. That's good. Always good time for snark.
Yeah, that's. I'd like to think that the Tua interception had a little bit more to do with it, but
no, not more. I mean, it was a tie game, Mike. It was 14-14 or whatever it was, and
they were getting the ball.
They were getting the ball back.
Yeah, it was 4th and 7.
And he roughed the punter. The Tua interception was later, and they still had to score a touchdown to tie it. But you had the game tied. You were getting the ball back. All the pressure was going to be on Buffalo and their defense. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, the interception certainly didn't help.
Was that a good call, roughing the punter as opposed to running into the punter?
Yeah, I mean, when the guy has his leg up and you sweep the leg like that, you have no other choice but to be roughing.
92.
92,
put him in a body bag.
Put him in a body bag. Yeah, Johnny.
Oh, Stink's in a good mood this morning. You notice that?
He's back in Washington.
You're back.
Yeah, back in Washington. Really cushy hotel down by the wharf.
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
Are you still treated like returning royalty when you walk in there as a world champion member of the Hogs? Your picture's up there on one of the murals. Do you get, do people know who's entering the building here?
Well, yeah, I mean, think about this. The Commanders went 12-5 and went to the NFC Championship game last year. The last time the Commanders won 12-plus games was 1991 on our Super Bowl team, and the last time they went to an NFC Championship game was 1991. So that team, there's reverence for that team. So when you walk, like when I get out of the car at the stadium Sunday morning, there will be a crowd, and they'll be chanting.
No, okay, that's okay.
People know me.
I don't.
Actually, this is a true story. I'll tell you a true story.
I don't believe that.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a true story.
Oh, this one's true. This one is true. This one's true.
Yeah,
that
one is
true. That's BS.
No, that's true too.
Oh,
that's
really?
True too.
Okay.
So I was working, back when I used to do, NFC East games and things. I was working with Christina Pink, was our sideline, and we pull up to the stadium in the car, and we open the doors, and there's a group of people going, "Stink, stink," and Christina got out and she waves to him because she thought they were saying "pink, pink," and I looked there and go, "No, that's for me. I'm gonna go." She's like,
Are we gonna have to make a Mark Schlereth big board of BS?
That's a true story. You want me to get her on?
You're calling BS?
No. Just ask the question. Just don't get sensitive.
Yeah. Okay.
Just ask the question. Yeah. Just
the
ask
idea
the
that
question.
like how many people will be waiting for you to step out of your car and start chanting "stink"?
There will be a group of just your typical autograph seekers. So 10, 15 people that are just kind of camped there. Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need video of you walking out of the car?
We need some sort of verification. We need like one of those like cringy videos of like when Stephen A. Smith walks into an arena calling a playoff game and he walks in like he's one of the players. Yeah, we need one of those.
I think so.
Yeah.
No, send it to the group.
Should I have
send it to the group text?
Yeah, group text.
Group text us.
Yeah.
Yeah, really? Yeah. Right after what was the other group text that you didn't want to be a part of?
What one was
this
that?
morning?
Earlier in the show,
Yeah,
I said he doesn't have to send it to me.
Yeah, I forget about that one.
No one remembers.
I forgot about
the picture. The picture of him in the mural of him on the wall in the Washington building.
Yeah.
You can send them both together. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Mark Schlereth, big deal. Bo Nix, very, very intense, says Cortland Sutton.
Bo can tie his shoe
And if it comes untied, he's like, that was a terrible tie. Like, I tied my shoe terribly right there. Like, he just like, he holds himself to a standard that won't allow himself to be comfortable with any form of success. You know, he can go out and, you know, throw a 70-yard touchdown, and he's like, my feet. Or I probably could have just put it just like a little bit further out to the left. Like, he's just always finding ways to make himself better because, you know, that's just who he is. And it's nice to be able to have a quarterback like that. But we also have to reel him in sometimes and say, hey, look, bro, it's not all on you. We all got a hand in this pot. We all working together. And, you know, you don't got to shoulder this whole burden by yourself.
So, I mean, my first reaction to that, Stoke, is, hey, I love the fact that he demands a lot of himself. But when I also hear guys like our Joel Klatt, our Dan Orlovsky saying, you know, at times it looks like Bo needs to kind of relax a little bit, that he gets a little too chaotic in the pocket, maybe a little bit too amped up. Is there an element of Bo that, hey, maybe he needs to chill a little bit?
No, I like him that way, but at the same time, I don't want him to overanalyze everything and be stressed out about everything. Sometimes you got to enjoy the little victories, the 70-yard touchdowns, and things like that. You got to just enjoy them. I don't want him to overanalyze every little thing that he does, and then all of a sudden try to be a perfect quarterback. I don't want him to be a robot back there. I want him to be Bo. But at the same time, I do love the fact that, man, it matters to him. And, you know, he wants to get better, and he wants to improve, and he doesn't think that he's made it. So I think there's a fine line there. I like the way that he's wired, though.
I do, too. The only issue that I would have is if it makes you kind of game day uptight. We talked about week one being a little bit frenetic. Joel Klatt came on. Mike, you probably really weren't listening because you were just lost in the voice of Joel Klatt. Then you were thinking about the blonde hair and, you know, and just your time together.
I was wiping away drool. I was spending time wiping away drool.
Right. And so you probably really weren't listening to Joel all that closely, but he talked about week one, him being a little frenetic in the pocket, his feet being a little bit sped up, those type of things. Like, that would be my only concern when you're wound as tightly as he's wound, or Stokley is wound, or for, you know, that I was wound, you can get yourself into a little bit of an issue. Like, for me, if I made one mistake as a player, like, I was probably going to make 2 or 3 more mistakes because I'd be so down on myself. I'd be so, like, I'd beat myself up over, like, one stupid mistake. And so that would be my concern for him, like, being able to let things go and just continue to be on kind of an even keel. Can you do that when you're wound as tightly as he's wound?
Coming up, we'll get to some more Is It Just Me's, more question marks, 4 down territory, and before Mark leaves us, he'll give us his prediction for Broncos-Chargers.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
All right, we'll see. That's coming up next.
Denver's road trip continues as they head to L.A. for a showdown with Jim Harbaugh. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Tick, 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 tick. That's the sound of the clock winding down on your chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltahar Motors. Here we are, September 19th, end of the month, September 30th. That's when the federal tax credits run out for the next 2 weeks at Siltahar. Get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com. And get the electric vehicle you want before they're gone. Or you can also shop hundreds of cars on the lot from Ford, Lincoln, Volvo, and Mazda. In fact, do all your shopping at sthmotors.com. Check out their entire inventory. Find out your trade value. Apply for credit. Chat directly with a sales rep. Even get your new car delivered right to your front door. Siltahar Motors has been family-owned for over 60 years. They're local and proud to be a community dealership. So, hey, unlike our local football coaches who sometimes have issues with time management, don't let this September 30th deadline pass. The biggest EV selection in Denver and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. STHmotors.com and conveniently located at Highway 36 and Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors, get everything you want from a dealership.
presents the Lost Americana Tour. Playing Ball Arena, November 23rd. MGK with special guest Julia Wolf. The brand new album Lost Americana is available everywhere now. Pre-sale for City Card members begins Monday at 12 p.m. at livenation.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Come shop Denver's biggest, most exciting diamond event of the year.
Because this week, get our lowest prices of the year on everything diamond at Williams Jewelers.
It's the Diamond Expo, September 23rd through 27th at both Williams Jewelers.
Come shop the largest selection of gorgeous loose diamonds. Every shape, every size, and price range diamonds, including Kwiat and Hearts on Fire. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus thousands of diamond settings from the world's top designers, including Gabriel & Company, A. Jaffe, and Takori.
Everything diamond. Diamond earrings, rings, bracelets, and necklaces at the best prices of the year. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus, with every purchase of $5,000 or more, you'll receive a pair of half-carat total weight natural diamond studs, a $950 value, as our gift.
The Diamond Expo at Williams Jewelers. Save hundreds, even thousands. It's our biggest diamond event of the year.
And the diamond earrings are on us.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Where Colorado shines.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Denver Sports Snapshot. Saturday night on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams. CSU football faces UTSA with pregame starting at 6:30. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Conspiracy theories.
Well, in this case, AI got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe Skynet's not taking over anytime soon.
Firm beliefs.
I'm very easily swayed. If you keep talking, I might be at 70 here in about 30 seconds.
And a few sucker punches.
It was the complete motivator for me, the failure thing.
Mark, when does that stop? Not letting your teammates down after you finish playing? Because it seems like it. You let us down a lot.
Oh, man. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, we got Mark with us earlier this morning, which is a treat for you 7 a.m. listeners who don't usually have the chance to interact with Mark. Then he's going to be leaving us at 8. He normally comes on with us because he's in D.C. He's calling the Washington-Vegas game, so he's got to leave to go out and head out to meet up with with Dan Quinn and crew. So we've got Mark for another half hour. We'll have 4 Down Territory coming up in just a couple of minutes, and led to this text. Is it just me, or are we all rooting for you to play the loud whistle on 3rd down to make Stokley walk off?
Oh, wow.
Ty, are you ready for that one?
Is this where you guys do this? It's 4 down, because I haven't been a part of this for the last year. This is where the loud whistle comes in.
Well, we brought back 4 down for the start of the football season, so it's been a couple of weeks, and we're still figuring out the whistle.
The whistle's too loud.
It can be shrill.
When I was in studio, you guys were doing this yesterday. And the whistle is where Stoke was threatening to walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very irritated.
Startled.
I mean, when you get to the 4th or 5th time of your eardrums being almost shattered, it's a little bit aggravating.
Little bonus question, Mark, here. Since we have Mark at a time we normally don't, the listeners want to ask you some questions. This one's from Colin, who asks, Mark, being a member of the Hogs, are you going to show that picture, that mural in the hallway during your broadcast on Sunday? I think you should. I think you got to flex a little bit. I think you got to flex a little bit.
I got one better. So they just announced here locally that it was passed an 11-2 vote that they are going to build a new stadium. It's going to be open in 2030, and it's going to be right where RFK was. So that building is coming down, and it's in disrepair. So it's coming down, and in that spot where RFK was, they're going to build a new stadium. And so I said, well, that's the perfect segue to bring back some video of RFK and me just dispensing justice in playoff games. And so we will run some dispensation of justice out of RFK on the broadcast.
I love the new state-of-the-art buildings and all the bells and whistles and the comfort and everything like that, and I can't wait for the new stadium that the Broncos are going to be building. Just wish it was in Castle Rock, but or Lone Tree. But,
No.
oh, God, that would have been just to watch the daily anguish of Stoke would have been something to behold. But, alas, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But I do miss the old buildings that had so much. Like, I covered your championship game way back, Washington and Detroit, in 91 at the old RFK. And, man, that upper deck, that press box was literally swaying. Yeah. Like, this thing's moving. Are we having an earthquake? Like, swaying. Then I get lucky enough to come to Old Mile High before it comes down, and just the absolute amazement as that building literally shook. And they've done a nice job with the new one, this most recent one that we've had, where you can get the stomp on the tiles and everything and the steel plates and make a lot of noise, but it still wasn't like the old one, the way it would just shake like that. So pleasant memories of RFK for sure. Stink, another question for you, question mark. After watching the Chargers on film, as you were getting ready to call the Raiders, so you're watching their game against the Chargers, do you still believe the Chargers are capable of chargering?
Yeah. Could they charge her? Certainly they could charge her. They're a really good team. Don't get me wrong. And I think they're honestly right now, as we sit 2 weeks in, and I know it's only 2 weeks in, but I think they're the best team in the AFC West. And I don't think that you get much pushback from anybody who looks at the AFC West. They're the best team in the West right now. And so, great challenge for the Broncos. But, when you look at just the way they're built, the way they're constructed, the way their quarterback is playing right now, both sides of the ball, the front seven on defense, the offensive line, I think they're the best team in the AFC West.
Stoke, you share that opinion?
Well, I mean, it's look at the records.
Put the record aside for a second.
Just
tell me the eye test. What? Okay, then
they've already beat two teams in the AFC West. They're 2-0. They're leading the division, and they got the Broncos at home. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue against that right now. I mean, they're playing the best football in the division, most complete football in the division. They got a quarterback that they love. They are starting to throw the ball. They're being more explosive than they were the last year. They got a coach that all he does is win, and they believe that they're a good football team.
And Stoke, you're being modest right now because you left out the one thing they got that a lot of people don't got.
Lad.
Slot receiver.
Lad. McConkey.
They got Lad.
They got a McConkey.
They got one. They got one.
Has he already been inducted into the fraternity?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, he got it. It didn't take
First
long.
ballot. First ballot induction.
First ballot into the white guy,
slot
guy receiver.
Did you guys meet like last year on that? When did you meet on Lad? When did you have the white slot receiver meeting that inducted it?
That's a secret society.
Yeah.
We keep everything in-house in our meetings and where we meet and how we meet.
Who's currently in this very, very prestigious group that does all the voting?
Well, you got Wes, you got Edelman, you got Amendola. We're going to have Hogan. We got to throw Hogan in there. Wayne Corbett.
Deep pull.
Yeah, Wayne. I'm trying to think of who else we have in the group.
Steve Largent.
Yeah, Steve wasn't really a slot guy. They didn't even really have that.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go back to it. Yeah, you're right.
Right. Who's the OG of white slot receiver guys? Is it Corbett?
I think it's Corbett. I mean, if it's not Corbett, then it's you.
Well, yeah. So we'll just go with me.
Now that's some stink-like humility right there.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll just err on the side of.
You're the original.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
since you brought it up,
when you were doing the stuff in Baltimore and you caught the touchdown in the Super Bowl, that's when people around the league started looking, and go, where can we get a white guy in the middle? Like, where can we get that? Like, we need one of them.
Started in late 03 and 04.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right there. Okay. Can you turn that up? Can you turn the iPad up here? Because I really wanted to play something here. I think this fits.
Orton bumps again to the sideline. Batted up. Oh, God! Stokley down the sideline. Can they catch him? Stokley! Wow! Touchdown! Denver! Unbelievable!
Yeah, I think you were first.
Yeah, why not?
After what we saw last week, is Alec Pierce getting
consideration? No, he's a bigger outside guy.
He? Okay.
Yeah, bigger outside guy. I mean, just because you are white doesn't mean that you're in the club.
I got
so there's not many of them out there.
Like Ed McCaffrey isn't.
No.
Right.
No.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, I would love a Lad McConkey.
Oh
man.
Could you imagine? I mean, how much we would hang out too. I mean, he'd stay at the house for sure in Peyton's bedroom.
Payton might get jealous.
Yeah, of course. I would have gave the bird to Payton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, it's
Who
time.
else is out there? Is there anybody that I missed?
Mark, nobody watches more film than you do, so you tell me.
No, I'm trying to.
Who's out
there?
Whoa.
You know what? That was just a low blow right there.
Who's the guy with Detroit now? Tesla? Or what's that guy's name?
Yeah, but he's a big, tall, lanky kid.
Okay, so that doesn't.
Yeah, we need more data before.
Yeah. It was nice to see the guy. He's had the injury problems, the concussion, but he caught a touchdown pass. The former Raider dude.
Renfro's in for sure.
Yeah, Renfro.
Oh my
Renfro's in.
gosh!
How'd you leave him out?
That's why I need to. How did I leave him out? I can't remember everyone.
Okay.
But 100% when Renfro was in. I mean, the guy was a stud in college. And then I wanted the Broncos to sign him this year.
You did.
I did.
Yep.
And I watched that game last week, that Carolina-Arizona game, and let me tell you, Renfro can still play. If he can stay healthy, that guy can still run routes and get open. So he's absolutely 100% in the club. What about BB?
BB, I got a couple Packer fans asking about Jordy Nelson.
Ooh. No, Jordy was outside. Jordy's outside.
Yeah.
What about the kid that plays in Cincinnati, the Princeton kid? Andre something or other.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
DNA tested.
Yeah,
we're still waiting on the results.
Okay, that makes sense. That actually makes sense.
Austin Collie?
Oh yeah, Collie's in.
Collie's in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, there you go. It is time. Cue the whistle. Here we go. Time for 4 Down Territory.
It's time for 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with First Down.
Okay, as we get set for Broncos-Chargers on Sunday, I always like doing this with you guys on a Football Friday. I'll start with you, Stoked. The Denver Broncos win this game on Sunday if fill in the blank.
If their defense plays the way that we expect them to play. That's what we need to see. Play like you played the first game of the season. Play to that level, and if they do that, they'll win this football game.
Do you believe that's a lock, or are you
No, I don't believe it's a lock.
after what you
but,
saw last week?
I don't want to say skeptical, but am I a little concerned? Yeah, sure. Because I've seen two games. I've seen one where they played great, one where they played below average. So, yeah, I still gathering information on this year's defense, but I'm still confident in the group. I am still confident in the group.
All right, Mark, the Denver Broncos win on Sunday if
they control let me just do this, both sides. If they win first downs, if the Broncos can win first downs, both offensively running the ball and shutting down the Chargers defensively, they'll win this game. Because the Chargers, the Broncos last week, they gave up, I think Sean said, 9 yards per play on first down.
Yep.
And, and the Chargers, I thought the Chargers did a good job, especially in play action, of winning first downs against the Raiders and being in third down and short situations where they were able to convert. So you win first down on both sides of the ball, you win this game.
Okay.
Second down.
Last night, Thursday Night Football turned out to be a much better game than was originally thought. I think the spread on this one was 12.5 points. But what do you know? Miami came to play, and if not for a, where have you heard this before, damaging special teams penalty, and then a late-game interception from Tua, who knows what would have happened. But Buffalo's dominance, I think they've now won 14 of their last 15 against the Dolphins, and something like
10 in a row.
10, yeah, and at home. And it's a crazy record at home, like 12, 13 in a row at home. So, I mean, shades of when Mark Schlereth's Broncos dominated. I think that's the phrase that pays, by the way, that you got to get in. You got to get in that
you only lost once?
That you win 11-1 against the Raiders during your time with the Broncos. You got to get that in. You got to.
But that doesn't have any, that has no bearing on this game.
Yeah, but it's just
it's a flex.
It's just, and it's also you just like having a little fun saying, I got to be honest with you. It's kind of weird here, me calling a Raiders game because, for a long time, I didn't like the sight of the silver and black. And the only thing that makes me feel better is that I went 11-1 against them. I mean, come on, Raider Nation will love that during the broadcast.
Oh, yeah. And then all I'm going to hear from that point forward is, it was such a one-sided game. All he talked about was blah, blah. No. That's
and hey,
not gonna
look
work.
at the bright side. Word will probably get back to Tom Brady, and he'll probably give you a call this week, which is probably something you'd enjoy.
Gosh, could you imagine if Tom Brady called, my phone rang, and it said possibly Tom Brady?
Possibly Tom
Oh,
Brady.
my gosh.
Possibly Tom Brady.
Could you imagine?
Do they have that on the caller ID?
Does it still say possibly? Yeah.
Possibly Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Wow.
could be Tom Brady. My gosh, I would urinate in my pants.
Or could be spam, one or the other.
Right.
Yeah.
Spam.
Answer at your own risk.
All right. We'll keep...
Man, my heart. This is not good for my heart. I could get beat off rhythm right quick.
Yeah. What? Okay. Ty, tell me you got that. Oh, my goodness. This is off the
Wait a minute.
rails.
Beat out of rhythm. Okay. Woo. Woo. That was close.
I didn't know you needed to do it. Well, never mind. Okay. So, are the bigger takeaway? Questions about just how great Buffalo is supposed to be that they struggle against Miami, or maybe all the talk about how the Dolphins have quit on Mike McDaniel was actually premature? What's the bigger takeaway from last night?
Well, I think when the Dolphins still playing hard, and they haven't packed it in. They have a lot of injuries, and they were on the road on a short week, and I mean, they showed up to play. They competed. And you look at the rest of their schedule coming up. I mean, they got 3 of their next 4 games against 0-2 teams.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're they are completely out of this thing and they're going to only be a 2 or 3 win team. They still got a lot of football in front of them, and they haven't quit on him. I think that's what it showed me last night.
I looked at that like their last hurrah. Like, hey, man, we got, like, there's a lot of heat, and there's going to be changes, and this is like everybody – it's almost like everybody playing for your job. And listen, man, they went out there, they played hard, they did all those things. You're 100% right, but you still lost by, what, 10? And I know it was close and everything, late interception, but the bottom line to me is you were trying to save your season right there, and you couldn't. And I'll be really interested to see what it looks like going forward, because I don't think I've got Miami not next weekend, the weekend afterwards, and I'm really interested to see if Mike McDaniels is still there.
All right, Stoke, you ready? Here we go.
Oh. Third down.
Was that better? I pulled them off.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. All right, good. Thanks,
just
guys.
Tender.
Look, I mean, we got
smooth,
great coworkers here that they listen to, concerns, and they try to, make everything as good as possible. So I give them credit.
Looking ahead to some of the top NFL games of the weekend, I know it's a matchup of 0-2 teams, but come on. Are you not at least kind of fascinated to watch Sunday night Chiefs and Giants? Russell Wilson coming off a turn-back-the-clock performance last week against the 0-2 Chiefs. Are you going to be kind of who are you going to hate watch on Sunday night? Are you going to hate watch the Chiefs or hate watch the Giants?
Wow. I think it's obvious we're pulling for the Giants.
Right?
Yeah, you got to pull for the Giants. Yeah, you got to pull for Russ. I mean, that thing is over with. Whatever.
Believe in it.
At least you want something in return for, I don't know, how much did Greg Penner pay Russ?
Right.
$100-something million?
Right.
At least we want some kind of return on that $100 million. Give us a win against the Chiefs, Russ, and we will forgive you a little bit.
It's going to take all of us.
Yeah. Come on, Russ. Oh. You screwed us over royally. Give us a little something, will you?
I'd love to see that happen. So yeah, I'm certainly will be rooting for the Giants because of Kansas City. So yeah, I mean, could you imagine losing? They've already lost 3 in a row, going back to the Super Bowl. So like 4 in a row, I'm in for that. I hope Russ continues to play well.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
I actually don't really. I actually don't really hope that he continues to play well. But I hope he continues to play well in this game. Let me just be honest. In just this game.
Or just win 6-3. That's all I need. Just win 6-3. Okay? 6-3.
Right, I like that.
It's perfect.
1, 2, 3. Fourth down.
College football this weekend. Stay up late tomorrow night. Man. What have I always told you about the Avalanche and Nuggets in the playoffs? West Coast, they treat us like TV networks. They treat us like a West Coast market. 8:15 for the kickoff between CU and Wyoming. Speaking of hate watching, CSU, you got your own business to deal with tomorrow night. You're an underdog at home against, is it UTSA? University of Texas, San Antonio? I think that's the school. They're a home underdog. But if you were paying attention to CU and Wyoming, I got to ask CSU fan out there, who would you be tuning in to hate watch? CU or your border war rival, Wyoming?
That's a good one. Does Wyoming have a chance here? They're 2-1. They beat Akron with a big whopping score of 10-0.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Northern Iowa 31-7, and then they got whipped by Utah, who's obviously a really good football team, 31-6. Do they have a chance?
I think they do.
What's the spread on that game? Do we know?
I'm looking. Hold on. Efforting. Can I get some efforting music here really quick?
Just really quick. Game odds, 13.5. I got it.
13.5?
Wyoming's getting 13.5 points. What do you like? Just for fun purposes.
For fun purposes only, for conversation purposes only.
That's
I
what
would
we do on
probably
sports radio.
say
Just fun stuff.
Take the Cowpokes with the points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, I go with the Cowboys and the points.
Yeah, I think I would too. Okay. Who's starting at quarterback? Do we know?
I think it's going to be Salter. They're going back to Salter, right?
Are they going back to Salter?
I don't know. Did we have it? It's trending that way. Okay. All right. I would think that would be the way. Just like they weren't official and we all knew it was going to be Staub, it feels like they're going to go back to Salter. So before we say goodbye to Mark, all right, Mark, it is that time. We all remember what you said about the Chargers during the preseason.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
And if you tuned into the Stinking Truth podcast yesterday, you already know how Mark picked this game. So here you go. Broncos country's listening. What's going to happen on Sunday?
I think it's going to be a tight game, but I think the Chargers are a little bit better team. I'm going to go 23-20 Chargers.
Okay.
He's staying the course.
He's staying the course. He made that pick on the podcast, and we know how much he loves him.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
So
yeah,
at least he's remaining consistent. I will give him high marks for that.
I mean, how about this show? We got a Kansas City Chiefs lover and you.
Stop it.
And then we got a Charger lover and Mark. It's unbelievable.
I'm
still here for you, Broncos country.
Stop it.
Stoke is here for you.
Brandon
Don't worry. Stop it. Mark, you have
I want to know.
Stokely.
I want to know what you guys are picking.
Well, sorry, bud.
Sorry,
you got to tune in on the app.
Oh, real quick. I know we got to go, Ty.
We got to go.
But your Survivor pick. Who you got this week for your Survivor pick? Your last 2 weeks.
I got Buffalo.
Good pick.
Played the Stokely card.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I'll text it to you, Mike.
It to us.
You can't use my material
right,
and then try 2 weeks later.
Yeah, exactly.
Use it,
He's
Mark.
just
Come on.
stealing. Well, this is what he does. He steals.
I don't do the more. I don't do it in the morning.
Bye.
Bye,
Mark.
Turn off his mic.
Yeah,
There he goes.
bye.
There he goes.
Have a great call.
All right, we roll into the 8 o'clock hour without Mark Schlereth this morning. That's next.
Denver's road trip continues as they head to L.A. for a showdown with Jim Harbaugh. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
This is Hall of Famer Terrell Davis here to tell you about my friends at Colorado Credit Union. Great plays start with a solid game plan, and the same goes for home ownership. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or tapping into your home's equity, Colorado Credit Union has the mortgage and home equity options to fit your needs. Ready to make your next big move? Visit ccu.org to learn how Colorado Credit Union can help. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
Fall is here. The leaves are piling up. The air is getting crisp. Football's back on TV and chili's been simmering in the crock pot for hours. At Postman Law, the season may change, but one thing stays the same. We fight for hardworking folks when they've been injured. We've recovered billions for our clients, and it costs nothing to find out if you have a case. You don't pay a dime unless we win for you. If you've been hurt in an accident, call Postman Law at 844-POSTMAN today. That's 844-POSTMAN. This is attorney advertising.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Really? Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 10/21/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of one unlimited intro line applied via 12 monthly internet bill credits. One discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data and service series. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Q1 to Q2 2025.
I just saw 2 houses for sale. Same neighborhood, almost identical, but one had an Orchard sign and it sold for way more. So I asked my friends at Orchard, why? The first house used a traditional agent. After weeks of price drops and frustration, they settled for less than they'd hoped for. The second homeowner chose Orchard and got more. Their local Orchard agent didn't just list a home, they marketed it. They knew exactly which upgrades would attract serious buyers and brought in a pro to handle everything. And even more, with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program, the homeowner moved into their new home before their old one even hit the market. They skipped all the hassles and showings. Never settle for less. Get more with Orchard, the smarter, faster, hassle-free way to buy your new home, even before your old home sells. Start with Orchard's free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Mike Evans here for Copperhead Plumbing. Your home doesn't have to flood before you know there's a problem. With the Mow and Flow Smart Water Shutoff System, you can monitor your home's water usage in real time right from your phone. You'll get notified the moment a leak starts. Trust Copperhead Plumbing for professional installation. Ask about installing a Mow and Flow system today.
Copperhead Plumbing, built to last. Call us once, you'll forget the past.
Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota.
Here we go.
Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the
Forced
Denver Broncos.
surrender.
I tried. We tried. Didn't work. You have my permission. Have fun.
Opinion shaming.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way. And an occasional superiority complex.
You realize I'm doing a national broadcast, you morons.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports.
Before the final segment of the show, okay?
I need to get Big Coke for that.
I had my Big Coke this morning.
Where's Richie?
I had my Big Coke. Love my Big Coke. No ice. No ice.
None.
Don't need the ice.
No, not even light.
Nope.
Really?
Went back to the no ice today.
I'd like to try it with none at all.
Listen, the biggest myth that you have is ordering your Coke or your soda at fast food with ice. You just don't need it. It comes out cold.
It's already cold.
It's already cold. So unless you're going to be like sipping on this thing for a while, it's going to stay cold. Get more of the
more for your bang
for your buck.
Bang for your buck.
You know, more soda, less ice.
Yeah.
Was Richie supposed to
You're a genius.
bring you McDonald's stuff?
No, I was thinking about texting him, but I'm like, he usually doesn't show up on Friday till like 9:15. You know, he strolls in, right? And so I'm like, I got time. And then I look in there, and he was already here. I'm like, wait, what?
Wow.
He's never here this early on a Friday. But he was dressed like he just came from, I don't know. Yeah. He dressed really underdressed. Is it like dressed down Friday or something?
No, I think he comes from the gym straight here, and then he showers.
Oh, he's going to change
downstairs.
here.
I would hope
Okay.
so, because that does not look very executive appropriate.
No, it wasn't. But so he's going to, So he must have got here a little bit earlier. He's going to shower and stuff, and
But
I
by
might
his
have missed
Friday
out
clock,
Huh?
by his Friday clock, he's still got an hour and 15 minutes.
Right,
He can
so
go run to
you think
McDonald's
so?
across the street.
You think he would do that for me?
I think so.
Do you need it?
If you asked.
You know, I woke up this morning, Mike, and I thought about it, and I told myself, because it's weird when you get up at about 4, whatever, and the thoughts that come through your head that early, it is very trippy. Seriously,
It is. No, it's true.
trippy without being on
It's a real weird time.
any kind of medicinal stuff,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
just you don't even have to be on anything, and you feel like you're trippy.
Mhm.
That's what people tell me. I've never felt that way. I've never done that stuff, but that the thoughts. And one of the thoughts in my mind was, okay, am I doing McDonald's today? Do I do it? And you know what I told myself?
What?
No. I don't want to do McDonald's today. It's Friday. I think I've done it the last couple Fridays. I want to be good today and not indulge into it like big Coke and all that grease and stuff. I probably could use a Friday off.
But
of
you
it.
did think for a moment, Mike will probably be stopping on his way. I could let him know.
No.
And he'll take care of me.
Nope. I didn't think of that at all because
No?
I'm thinking of Richie because I like my
Oh, that's true.
McDonald's.
You like it later in the morning.
At 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. And so I wasn't thinking about you. I was thinking about Richie, and I said I'm not going to do it. But all of a sudden the show gets going. You start thinking a little bit clearer. And I said, screw it. I want McDonald's today. I feel like it's Friday.
Yep.
This is how I want to start my Friday.
It's been a good
want
week. It's been a good
McDonald's.
week.
And
You've earned
so I was just kind of waiting for a little bit to text Richie, and lo and behold, he was already here. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, he's still got another hour and 9 minutes before his official Friday check-in time.
That is
So
true.
I think he can hit her right over there.
It's really close.
Head right over there to Bellevue. Get it done.
Or no, Orchard.
Or, yeah.
I mean, not Orchard,
Arapahoe.
Arapahoe.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like this one. I think they do it, put all the ice in, so they don't make America fatter. Sorry to tell you there, Texter, but that ship sailed a long time ago.
Fat?
Okay.
Yeah.
That is not the case. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Do you know what we have today? We got Stoked Up today, and we have Cajun French word of the day.
Wow.
Okay? So y'all are starting to put a lot on my plate
You
now.
know, it's
eventually, like y'all just it's like, okay, here's Telestrator Tuesday. I took that to another level because that thing was was a dying breed. It was about to be extinct, and so I took that to, and then now all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, hey, how about a Cajun French word of the day every Friday? Okay. And then all of a sudden we're going to bring back Stoked Up. We're going to do that twice a week for you. And I'm like, hey,
Wow,
guys.
4 segments out of 80 in a week.
Guys,
That's a lot.
just let's settle
grind.
down on trying to,
You don't
know,
understand, Johnny. It's a grind.
You're overusing me and
Overusing you.
Yes.
Okay.
We should have Stoke put together the entire rundown for a week. See how that
Oh,
goes.
he'd be crying. He'd be crying by
Guess
Wednesday.
what?
He'd be crying by Wednesday.
You can confirm guests.
Have him cut up sound. You
Yeah.
know.
Then Evans
Cut up
wouldn't have a
Orlovsky
job,
and Klatt.
you wouldn't have a job. I mean, like, what would y'all do?
Well, it'd be switching.
What would y'all do?
We would just be flip-flopping.
Yeah, exactly. And we would all be fired if y'all had to do this job.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
You know, it is funny though. You say that, and don't put it up on the big board of BS lies and other nonsense. I literally, before I went to, I was laying in bed watching the end of the Buffalo Miami game last night, getting ready to drift off to sleepyhood, and I was actually thinking about the show today, and I was thinking to myself, is Stoke gonna want to do Stoked Up and French Cajun word of the day? He doesn't seem like he's too happy about it. And I was like a little bit like, I had like a little back and forth, like, should I bring it up? Should I challenge him to do it? Should I just ignore it? See if he brings it up on his own? I'm telling you, I actually was thinking about that at about 9 o'clock last night.
Okay, well,
So what's the ruling?
I'm going to be
What's the ruling
transparent
here?
and honest here.
What's the
My
ruling?
first Stoked Up was terrible, right? I didn't perform well, and I don't like to not perform well. So I didn't have a good Stoked Up, didn't feel good about it, and I don't want to do a segment that's not good. And then I felt better about my second one that I did.
Yeah.
I might just need a little practice. So
Yeah, it's been a little while.
And Johnny's a good coach, and so he's helping me out, and so I appreciate that.
Thank God we've got the little guy.
Yep, exactly. And then the Cajun French word of the day. I'm running out of words, Mike. I don't know that I just can't find any words. So I said a word last week, and then
it was just French.
Right, and I'm like, I don't know what's French and Cajun French. I mean, so
Merci beaucoup is pretty universally known as French.
Yeah, well, and so y'all made fun of me about that, so now I got a little bit of
a little
a complex.
Yeah.
And
all right, you want to
so-
work on it together? I'll tell you what, we still got,
I got a word though today.
Oh, you
I did.
do?
Yes, I got a word today, so I'm going to
Oh.
try it again and see if I can do better. And if I don't want to do a bad job, right? So
See-
you'd rather not do it than go out there and do a bad
But see,
job.
I wish you would take your own advice here, because one thing you have said about the start of this Broncos season, you've insisted time after time when people like me and others are reaching for the panic button, you said, hey, it's early. It's a long season. You got to work out some of the kinks. It's not like we spent a lot of time on this in the preseason. It'll take time, but it'll get there. And I wish you would have felt that same way about both Stoked Up segment and the Cajun word of the day. I wish you would have listened to your own advice. I think you would have felt better.
Well, I appreciate that. I think, and I'm hoping that it gets better once I get 4 or 5 more reps in. This might have been my best week doing that, though.
Oh, yes.
I mean, pat on my back because.
In fact, I think
this
you were
is-
responsible
Oh.
for extending the Zach By Sensitivity Smear campaign now into day number 271, all 5 days this week.
And it just,
I think it was all 5 days this week.
And it was like a masterclass in how to deliver the smear campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Masterclassed it this week.
So if you are tuning in expecting to hear Mark, well, you're not.
Pound sand, moron.
You're not, because he was on for the first 2 hours of the show for the first time in over a year since he abandoned me.
My goodness gracious.
And abandoned all the 6 and 7 a.m. listeners. But opened the door for Stoked to come in here and be awesome because he's in Washington, D.C., calling the Commanders and Raiders game this week. And he has to head out to the Washington complex now. He was on for the first 2 hours of the show. But before he left, he picked the Chargers.
He did.
He picked the Chargers to win 23-20. Did that and it's apparently the thrill is gone when it comes to the 7 a.m. listeners being able to hear Mark, as one said. Send Mark back to his regular time slot. I don't need to hear that jerk's pick. Go Broncos.
What do you mean?
So
Yeah. Well, we figured he was going to pick the Chargers. He picked them to win the division. So he's staying the course. He's going down. He's burning the
Don't let
ships.
my confidence offend your insecurity.
He's burning the ships.
Like?
1 second. Cortez. Cortez. I don't know Cortez's first name.
No, I don't either.
Just last name.
Maybe Ferdinand or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Sounds
when
right.
in doubt, go with Ferdinand. Right?
Right.
Yeah. No, Cortez. Yeah. So he picked the Chargers 23-20. Look, it's been a week where, if you just listen to this as a Broncos fan and listen to it just objectively. There's a lot about the Chargers that you're kind of like, maybe these aren't the same old Chargers. Here was Dan Orlovsky, one of our NFL insiders earlier this week, talking about the Chargers defense.
The defense suffocates you. The defense and the way that they go about it is they give you nothing. The way I look at it is you have to be patient against them. You have to be explosive against them. And those two things cannot happen at the same time. And I think that's where play caller and quarterback really get themselves in trouble is you have to have this methodical, patient mindset. And can you do that 10, 11, 12, 14 times in a row?
And that was Dan's take on their defense. What about their offense?
It's a big unit when it comes to that. Hampton's a really good player. He's a physical player. He's got really good vision outside in, runs behind his pad. So their run game, which hasn't been a massive part through 2 weeks, big deal. I think what you're seeing is Greg Roman, the play caller, unleash a play-action pass game on these early downs. And so I think that's the dichotomy defensively for the Broncos is they come out and will put 6 offensive linemen and a tight end on the field. And the threat intent is there to run the football on 1st and 10. And then some of these play actions come. And so these play actions with Quinston Johnson running deep and then a McConkey working the middle. And then there's that check down and you don't have a pass rush because there's 6 offensive linemen blocking. You're like, all right, this is tough. This is tough to match up against.
Jeez. I don't think the Broncos should even bother showing up, huh, Stoke?
No
shot.
Listen to that.
Look at that.
They can't run the ball though. I'm surprised how bad the running game's has been. You look at Amarian Hampton, who we talked a lot about out of North Carolina. We thought the Broncos might select him in the first round. I mean, he's got 23 carries for 72 yards, 3.1 average, no touchdowns.
Not good.
No touchdowns. They're the running back they got from Pittsburgh, Najee Harris, 9 carries for 33 yards, no touchdowns. So not a lot at all from their running game. It's, you think that would be a huge positive for the Broncos. We saw Jonathan Taylor get after him a little bit, but if you can't run the ball on him, that opens up everything else for them defensively. So, and to Dan's point, they are. I mean, they're airing it out a little bit more. You're seeing more 3 wide with Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen, and Ladd McConkey. So it's a different challenge than I think what we saw last year from the Chargers.
I think if I'm one of the 10 Charger fans that exist out there in this world, I'd be looking at it as, okay, forever we've been the Chargers, underdog, lovable, San Diego Superchargers and, the baby blues and
go Chargers, go
Chargers gonna charge you, all that stuff. That's all the stuff that you've had to live with as a Charger
You know where that
fan.
was from?
No.
You don't.
Was that? No.
Okay, let me try that. Let me try
Do it again.
Let me try the impersonation
Do it again.
Go Chargers, go.
Are you doing some Arnold there?
Yes! 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 Oh, yes! Do we have it? Do y'all have that drop here?
Can we find it?
Oh, you got to find it,
Look
Todd.
at the shoulders. He's a monster.
I mean, I'm used to Stink's Arnold impression.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad. We'll put that up against the real one here in just a second. We'll side by side. But if I'm a Chargers fan, I want to know, can they handle being a front runner now?
Oh, that's a good one.
Can the Chargers go from being sort of the lovable loser Chargers to being a front runner, where now you got people around the NFL saying, "Holy smokes! 3 weeks into the season, they could put an iron grip on the AFC West, where they will be 3 games clear of everybody else in the division because they'll own every tiebreaker."
3.5, yeah.
I mean, they'll automatically be, a game and a half over every team in the division. 3 weeks in. So it's a golden opportunity for the Chargers. People are talking up the Chargers.
Herbert, I was driving in today. I'm listening to Mike Tannenbaum talk about Herbert as favorite to win the MVP.
Okay.
I mean, we're only 2 weeks in, but I mean, that's a national talk.
You hear the other national narrative? Hey, it's just a matter of when, not if, the Chargers are going to win under Jim Harbaugh, because that's all he does. He wins no matter where he goes. So it's going to happen.
Right.
It just depends on how far they go. So there's a lot being said about the Chargers nationally that, let's face it, you don't typically hear about the Chargers. So here you go. You got a Bronco team sitting here kind of licking their wounds this week over the one that they felt got away. They lost 2 in a row to the Chargers last week. I don't know. It's an interesting game, because how do the Chargers handle being a front runner, and are the Broncos in an envious position this weekend because they're probably kind of being overlooked?
Yeah.
I like the Broncos in that position.
I do too.
Especially after a full summer of nothing but, this is going to be a generational defense, and Bo Nix, and the Broncos.
Wake-up call.
They're my trendy pick,
Yeah.
Go back into the weeds. Go back into the weeds.
Exactly. and the Chargers have the spotlight on them. And that's a good point. How do they respond now, being the favorites and the team to beat in the AFC West? They beat the Chiefs. Oh, they took down the Chiefs, and so that's gonna be an interesting storyline. I will say this though, I do think it's different for them now because of Harbaugh. I think he has that right mentality and mindset to get those guys thinking differently. I do. I mean, he has won everywhere he's been. He just has.
That's true.
He won last year with them. He got them in the playoffs last year. So the guy has something, and it's something about him. You got to respect it. You do. But I like our guy over here too, and I like our team. I like the way they respond. We looked at last year. You want to talk about tough losses? That Kansas City loss was tougher than the Colts loss last week. The Kansas City lost last year on the blocked field goal when Kansas City was undefeated. How did they respond after that game? I mean, they won like 3 in a row.
4
in a row. And so
Bo had a tremendous game his first game after that.
That's
Against Atlanta, 4 touchdowns.
Yep, that's right. So this team has shown the ability to respond and to be able to handle adversity throughout the course of the season. They got the right guys. They got the right coach. I think it's going to be a heck of a game.
Do you really call into question their ability to win the West if they lose this game on Sunday?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I think it's probably a wrap. It's probably over, probably. Really? Realistically. Yeah. You can say, oh, well, they got 14 more games to be played. I get it, but do we really think if you're 1-2 and the Chargers are 3-0, do we really think, and they've beaten every team in the AFC West, do we really think that we're going to win the division now? I would say no to that. Now, could you go on some great run and all of a sudden flip it around? I guess you could, but in my mind, the division's probably the Chargers.
Okay, that was going to be my follow-up then. So not only are you basically punting on the Broncos' chances to win the division, you're almost conceding the division after 3 weeks to the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean that's the way they'd be 3-0 in the division.
That's
the way I would look at it that early. Things change quickly in the NFL though, but after 3 weeks, I'd say, yep, it's probably their division, and everyone else is fighting for second place now.
We know what the Broncos' schedule looks like. I guess it's never too early to take a larger look at the Chargers' schedule this year. Just to kind of see where their tough games lie.
It's set up nicely for them. Yeah. They got New York
at the Giants.
At New York, and then they got Washington at home.
Mm-hmm. Washington doesn't look to be the same kind of team.
They don't. Then you go on the road to Miami. Who knows what you're going to get there? Then you got 2 home games in a row: Indianapolis, Minnesota, Tennessee, Pittsburgh. Oh man, their schedule sets up. It's not very difficult.
They do. Well, I'm looking at the way they finish.
Yeah.
I mean, they're home against Philadelphia on a Monday night in December. Then they're at Kansas City. Kansas City will probably be playing for pride by that point, having been knocked out of the playoffs. Too soon?
That's good.
Trying to speak it into existence. Then they're at Dallas. Then they're home against Houston, and then they finish up here.
God, that would be great if that game meant something.
Yeah, for the division.
Oh.
But you're right.
Their schedule's set up pretty good.
That's a huge game. They got a pretty easy schedule.
If they win this one, you could really look up and see them at 7-0, 7-1 type of team after 8 or 9 games. If they can get this one right here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, they could easly go into their bye week. Let's see, 3.
They have
6,
a late bye.
9, 11.
A 9-2 team, 10-1 team,
easily.
Yeah,
if they win this week,
that's how it's set up for them. So, all right, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah,
all right, Broncos.
I mean that's why it's such a huge game.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
Do you agree with me now? If the Broncos lose this one, the AFC West is probably not going to happen for them. Must win. Mr. Must Win. Yes.
Mr. Stokley is now Mr. Must Win.
If you want to win the AFC West.
If you want to win the West.
Yes. Not make the playoffs, but if you want to win the West, this is a must-win for the Broncos.
Ooh, that's a. All right, let me toss that question out. I'd love to get response on the RumbleSlaw.com text line 303-713-1043. In order for the Broncos to win the AFC West, is this a must-win? Great question. Let us know what you think. It is a Is It Just Me Friday, giving you a chance to get those hot sports opinions off your chest. Give it to us in the form of Is It Just Me on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. We want opinion, we want humor, we want snark. Work in a French Cajun word or phrase of the week, and you get bumped up to the top of the line.
So I think what I'm going to do right now is, because I want the McDonald's, I'm going to text Richie, and I'm going to kind of pretend like I didn't even see him. I'm just going to text him McDonald's.
Yeah, on your way
question
in?
mark. Yeah, McDonald's on your way in.
Yeah, question mark. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I like that. Good job. Okay.
All right.
While you're doing that, I'll tell you about how we're giving you a chance to win a PS5 bundle. All you have to do to enter, download the Denver Sports app, click on the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5, a Madden 26, College Football 26, and what else, Stoke?
Probably I would guess a 70-inch TV.
Correctamundo. All right, so good luck with that. All you have to do, download the Denver Sports app, and away we go. We hear from the assistant coaches who were a big part of letting the Broncos down last Sunday. Darren Rizzi and Vance Joseph step right up next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Boy Stink here, and I'm all about toughness and preparation. That goes for my lawn as well. Fall is the most important feeding time of the year. Did you know that? And Rich Lawn Winterizer is the MVP of lawn care. I told you the other day, my wife looked at my lawn after I put the Rich Lawn on a couple of weeks ago. She was like, it's like a carpet. I was like, yes! It helps protect against long winter damage, thickens your turf to fight off weeds, builds the root system so you have a great, strong root system as your grass goes dormant over the winter, and that inspires that spring to pop up that green, that thickness that's going to choke out those weeds. It's going to be thicker, and it is going to look awesome. Now, here's what I love. Winterizer is not going to burn your lawn. It's safe around kids and pets. It's great when you overseed as well this fall to make sure you get that lasting color that you want and make sure those seeds germinate and grow great. So in the spring, you're going to have, just like I do, the best lawn in the neighborhood. That's Rich Lawn Winterizer. Check them out online at richlawn.com.
This is Jeff for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Greg.
Hi, my name is Greg. I've been a patient of Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for over 10 years. I noticed that I was really tired. I was lethargic. I didn't sleep really well, and I was overweight. My waist was 4 inches over what it should have been. It was really difficult for me to lose the body shape I didn't like. And of course, my marriage, yes. No man in their 40s wants to have low libido in their marriage. I'm really thankful for this therapy because it just makes me feel the man I want to be, active, at home, everywhere. If you're feeling like I was, call the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic today and get checked. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Thanks, Greg. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Come shop Denver's biggest, most exciting diamond event of the year.
Because this week, get our lowest prices of the year on everything diamond at Williams Jewelers.
It's the Diamond Expo, September 23rd through 27th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Come shop the largest selection of gorgeous loose diamonds, every shape, every size, and price range diamonds, including Kwiat and Hearts on Fire. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus, thousands of diamond settings from the world's top designers, including Gabriel & Company, JB Star, and Tacori.
Everything diamond. Diamond earrings, rings, bracelets, and necklaces at the best prices of the year. It's the Diamond Expo.
Plus, with every purchase of $5,000 or more, you'll receive a half-carat pair of natural diamond studs, a $950 value as our gift.
The Diamond Expo at Williams Jewelers. Save hundreds, even thousands. It's our biggest diamond event of the year.
And the diamond earrings are on us.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Where Colorado shines.
Do you want the lowest rate for life? Get our 4.75 5-year fixed. APR is 5.89.
Did you say 4.75% fixed for 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, I want that, but what if rates fall?
Our lowest rate for life program takes over. If rates fall even as little as 0.5%, we can redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee and no limits to the number of times used. Only at U.S. Mortgages. Call 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
It's your last chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltar Motors. This month, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the EV you want before they are gone. Siltar Motors has got the best location, the biggest EV selection in Denver, and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. Siltar Motors will deliver everything you want out of a dealership.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday night on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams. CSU football faces UTSA with pregame starting at 6:30. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Candy shaming?
I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. 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 Gross.
Fact checking.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way. In the spirit of giving.
Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, somebody told me you had a boyfriend who looked like a girl.
Well, Stink, not with us right now, was with us earlier in the show, but he is back in D.C. He's calling Commanders in Vegas this weekend, so he's off meeting with the Washington folks. So we miss him, but we continue on. We soldier on without him. But we have such a great lineup during the week with NFL insiders, Bronco insiders, from Mike Kliss to Joel Klatt to Dan Orlovsky, and we save the best for last. Batting cleanup on a Friday. It's our NFL insider, James Palmer, who joins us now. Morning, James.
Lead in. What a Friday for me. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're excited too. So we'll get. I want to lean on your NFL insider connections to get to some league questions in a little bit. But let's just start here with the Broncos and what Stokley just threw out a couple minutes ago. The idea that if the Broncos want to have any hope of winning the AFC West, they have to win on Sunday. Do you agree with that?
It's not an outrageous statement, even though Stokely's, very familiar with those. I think it is.
Well
really,
played.
really
See you. Well played, James. Well played.
Listen. It's like this is, and I don't know if people know this enough. Like this is a scheduling anomaly. This does not happen very often. What the Chargers are going through at the beginning of this season, very, very rarely does a team start their season with all three divisional games. And so, for that point, I do think Stokley is completely right because there is a very good chance, say the Chargers beat Denver on Sunday, they're 3-0 in the division already, and everybody else is just kind of almost playing catch-up against a team that is, we know, very good and protects the football very well and plays a certain style of football that is obviously with a quarterback that's playing the best we've seen him and we've all been waiting for it. Like, you start all just looking up at this team. If they start 3-0, within the division, I think because of the scheduling of it that just, again, so rarely happens, is a big part of this. And I think it's why a lot of people were looking at the Chargers early in the season because this could benefit them greatly.
James, I was really disappointed in the performance by the defense last week against the Colts. I had high expectations for this defense. Offensively, they did good enough. They played well enough to win that football game. But defensively, they just looked out of sync. Guys were wide open. Pat Surtain didn't have his best game. Couldn't hardly get to Daniel Jones. And it wasn't like we were playing Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. This is, the Colts with Daniel Jones. What are your thoughts on the defense moving forward?
Yeah, it wasn't Daniel Jones. It was Dimes, apparently, as everybody in that locker room tells me. It's not even Danny Dimes anymore. They're so high on him, I guess it's just Dimes. They got pressure. It just didn't seem to impact Daniel Jones. And to me, that's the part that stands out, because they brought extra pressure so often in that game. And how often did you see Daniel Jones drop his eyes? How often did you see it really impact him? It didn't really impact him. And to me, that's a trait that Justin Herbert has. And so I want to see if they can get home a little bit quicker, make sure that pressure can create some results, in all honesty, because, I mean, they're blitzing at the highest rate in the NFL right now. And if you look at Justin Herbert against the blitz, I think off the top of my head, he has like the second highest passer rating against the blitz this year. He's always been good against it. So that pressure up front needs to happen. And what makes it more complicated is this was an offense last year where Ladd McConkey was their passing offense. He essentially was it entirely. And now you look at how teams have focused on him, and then you have the emergence of Quentin Johnston, who they thought was going to eventually come around. It's taken a couple of years, and he is. Keenan Allen's found some life, and Herbert obviously loves him on third down. And so now if you don't get home and you bring that extra pressure, Herbert's got multiple options as opposed to one specifically on third down that he likes to go to. So I think you're right. Like, the defense, it was surprising against Indianapolis, and they played the way they usually play, but missed assignments and leaving guys open. Herbert's going to exploit that big time. And so I don't expect that to be the norm from Denver. I expect them to still get pressure, but I think when they bring extra guys like they have, I'm nervous against somebody like Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, what are your expectations for this Broncos offense? Bo Nix, he played much better than the first week. This offense played much better than the first week. They ran the ball much more effectively. What are your expectations against a good Chargers defense?
Yeah, I think Dobbins is starting to get rolling a little bit, and I think that's big. And listen, he was great in the early portion of last year for the Chargers, honestly. And I think that helps this team. I think it helps them tremendously. I think they're still figuring out who they are offensively. I think that's part of this. I mean, you thought Evan Ingram was going to be a decent part of this, and he hasn't, and now he's not available, and so that alters things a little bit. I really loved what we saw from Troy Franklin. Like, what I brought up with Quentin Johnston is kind of indicative of Troy, is that we all expect, because we see guys like Malik Neighbors or Brian Thomas Jr. come out of the gate like gangbusters, right? I think Thomas was like third in the NFL in receiving, and Neighbors was like seventh in their rookie years. You think everybody's just going to come out of the gates as a receiver, and no, it's a tough position. You know that, Stoked. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of nuance, and guys develop differently. And man, what they were telling me during training camp is, it looks like it's true. It looks like the light's gone on, and he's a piece that you can use opposite of Cortland Sutton. So I do think they're still trying to find their way offensively, for sure. And this is a defense that is, I think, really going to test Bo Nix. I mean, Jesse Minter is about as good as there is in football right now, running a defense, and that back end is just so malleable, and they're almost like an amoeba defense, the way they play zone and the way that they move from one another. I think the absence of Khalil Mack is notable, but they're pretty deep at that spot. That's a really good defense. So I'm excited to see what Bo Nix and Sean Payton have dialed up to go against a secondary that does a really, really good job of making you think twice within the play.
Busy with James Palmer. Let's lean on some of your NFL league-wide connections. I'm curious, the people you talk to in the Chiefs building, are they worried? And when you talk to people outside the Chiefs building about the Chiefs, are people kind of rubbing their palms together like, ooh, they seem vulnerable to us?
Yeah, I think the people outside the building, there's a bit of wishful thinking with that, Mike, as well, because everybody's just kind of waiting for this moment if you're outside the building. So I'll stick more with, inside. Talking to multiple people there, it's kind of this. Is there panic? No. We've seen some slow starts. I remember the year they won the Super Bowl a few years back with Tyrann Mathieu running that back into that defense, and they were arguably the worst defense in NFL history in terms of yards per play through the first month of the season. And Spags gets it together, and they pull it together. But this year, I would say there's concerns that have never been there before. And I think that's worth noting. And I think the biggest part is, and this is what we're going to watch over the next couple of weeks, to my understanding, is Patrick is so smart and so brilliant. He knows the issues that they have. And he knows which ones are probably correctable, and he honestly knows which ones are probably not. And he's trying to put everything on himself. And I think there's a concern in that building about him doing that. And you can see the way he's played. He's leading them in rushing. I think he's 15th in the NFL in rushing. And so he's trying to do everything. And they're worried that he burns himself out trying to play this way before he gets Rashee Rice back after the 6-game suspension, because that's really the main receiver he trusts. My understanding is, Mike, he just doesn't trust what's around him right now. I don't know specifically what that is, whether it's the left guard, the right tackle, which are both issues. The run game's not there. He is their run game. Like, he just doesn't trust what's around him. And I think they're worried these next few weeks that he starts putting so much on himself to try to fix this and try to do everything he can. And for the first time, he's seeing, if I do everything right and play brilliantly like I did in week 1 and we still lost, I haven't really seen that in my career before.
Real quick, one more. How much of a lifeline, if any, has Russell Wilson bought for himself after last week's performance holding off Jackson Dart?
Yeah, I think he played one of the better games he's played in recent memory, honestly. I think that Cowboys defense is trash. We'll see, though, what they do against Caleb Williams. What if Eberflus goes and beats the Bears, like, brutally this week? Like, that city might burn to the ground. But, like, listen, I think like the plan has always been to hold off Jackson Dart as long as possible. Now, they've prepared him as much as they can, but they've wanted this from Russ because they don't want to put Dart out there. Like, you have to remember, Brian Daboll was with Josh Allen in the beginning. He was with Allen when he was thrust into the starting role as a rookie when they didn't want to play him in Buffalo because they didn't think he was ready. And I think they saw kind of some of that journey that he went through. And so I think Daboll has a really good idea of how he wants it to go. I think Russ is obviously a placeholder. I think he's helped himself a little bit because the leash was getting shorter. I do think they don't want to make a move to Jackson Dart until they get Andrew Thomas back at the left tackle spot. Once he's back and healthy, then we should start evaluating kind of where they're at right now. And it kind of feels sacrificial to Russ. Like, let's not put the kid out there till the left tackle's back. We'll just make Russ handle it until, maybe we get this line a little better.
All right, James, great stuff. As always, we appreciate it. Thanks. Have a great football weekend.
Thanks, James.
Oh, you guys too. Enjoy it.
All right, there goes James Palmer. Coming up next, Stoke asked for it. Stoke gets it. We all get it. What is Stoke stoked up about? That's next.
Is Vance Joseph's defense ready to take on Justin Herbert? Will Sean Payton's offense find balance against a familiar foe? We'll break it all down in the Fan Football pregame show, live on game day starting at noon. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Daisy has been treating us to their delicious products for over a century now, and they're raising the bar again with Daisy French Onion and Daisy Ranch dips, made with only the best ingredients, real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. No surprise, right? Of course, it's Daisy we're talking about. So this weekend for tailgates, watch parties, or just to enjoy with your favorite snacks, everything tastes better with Daisy dips. Daisy French Onion, Daisy Ranch dips. Look for them at a grocery store near you.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Change is always happening. Hey, it's part of life, and when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. But no matter how things change in 5 years, there's one thing that'll stay the same: the price of your internet. Xfinity is introducing the 5-year price guarantee. It means you'll get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with their best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report August 2024.
CU fans, keep your fix going with Denver Sports CU Football Post-Game Recap. Available every home game exclusively on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. Family driven for over 100 years.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Flanagan Law is different on purpose. Female-owned, client-focused, and community-driven. After your accident, we make sure you're cared for and compensated. Flanagan Law. Different feels better. Focus on healing. We'll take care of the rest.
Hey, Brandon Stokley from my friends at Cajun Wealth. Are you interested in wealth management that's designed to protect, maintain, and expand your financial portfolio? Cajun Wealth understands the importance of tactical investments and tailored insights for growth in line with your risk tolerance, because everyone is a little bit different. They're going to tailor a plan specifically designed for your goals and your needs. That's what I love about Cajun Wealth. And oh, by the way, Cajun Wealth will give you a free review, and they're a great resource to answer any of your financial questions. It's a family-owned and veteran-led company by Jeff Jr. with wealth management and retirement planning services. Don't fumble your retirement. Call Cajun Wealth today, 720-405-3300. They have offices conveniently located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Call 720-405-3300, or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services offered through Cajun Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is powered by American Financing.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Clutch plays.
Stokley down the sideline. Can they catch him? Stokley, wow!
Improbable comebacks.
Stokley went up and caught it for a touchdown. What a catch! What a comeback!
These are just some of the things that get Brandon Stokley stoked up.
Let's go. Let's get the party started. I'm ready to go.
All right, I am so pumped that you wanted to do this. I did not sense a whole lot of enthusiasm for the return of this segment. I think you were a little bit too hard on yourself for not nailing it right away, but you've gotten better each time. So I'm very encouraged about where this is heading.
All right, Mike, I'm stoked up about this Broncos game.
All right, let's go.
Right, on Sunday. How does this team respond? How does this defense respond? How can you realistically think you're going to win the division if you start 1-2 and the Chargers are 3-0 and 3-0 in the division? It's a must-win if you want to win the AFC West. I'm fired up to watch this game. I'm also stoked up about this Wyoming. 2-1 Wyoming Cowboys taking on the 1-2 Colorado Buffs. Ooh. Saturday night, 8:15. Mike, this is a must-win for CU. Can you imagine if they lose to Wyoming at home to drop to 1-3? It would be a complete disaster in Boulder. So CU, I can't wait to watch who the quarterback is and how they respond. But they got to go out there and get a win, Mike.
Wow, I hadn't thought about that from that standpoint. I guess I was just assuming CU would beat Wyoming. But if they don't, I mean, we're already talking this week about, is the honeymoon over for Dion?
Right.
You lose to Wyoming, it's over. It's over. And now we're beginning the conversation, is he here next year? Does he just look around and go, this isn't fun. This is going to be too hard. I'm out. I'm going back to my fishing hole in Texas, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's where we're at right now. I mean, I think that's how quickly this whole Dion era could end at CU. I mean, it could go away really quickly and be a complete mess here if they don't take care of business on Saturday night.
I mean, they should win. But this is, this isn't one of those games you look up and down the college football schedule tomorrow and see, oh, they're a 29-point favorite, or oh, they're a 38-point favorite. I mean, they're a favorite. They're a solid favorite, but
we see this as stuff every
12,
week in
13
college
points
football,
isn't that much.
No. So, and let's be real, Mike. This is Wyoming's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine? I mean, you got to. I mean, that's a game you circle right when the schedule comes out.
Ooh, can I throw out? I don't know how many. We have some Poke fans listening to us because I threw out the question earlier. As a CSU fan, who are you going to hate watch tomorrow night?
Right.
I mean, you got your own game to deal with, and CSU has their own issues. They're an underdog at home to mighty University of Texas San Antonio. But if you were to hate watch that game, who would you hate watch? Would you tune in to root against CU or tune in to root against Wyoming? Let me ask Wyoming fan this question, okay? I give you your choice. One win this season. You can either beat CSU, your sworn rival, the border war, or you can beat CU and Dion in Boulder on national television. What's your choice, Wyoming fan?
Has to be CU.
Right?
Has to be CU. I mean, they're the bigger school.
But I don't know the inner workings of Wyoming CSU
Right.
from the Wyoming standpoint.
When was the last time Wyoming has beat CU?
Oh, geez.
Has it been a long time?
That's a great question. I'm not
so
sure.
Well, I mean, is that like CU's been a juggernaut of a football program over the last, 10 years. So maybe it has happened. I mean, they don't play that often, do they?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. They play CSU every year, right? So you have a chance to beat CSU every year. You don't have a chance to beat CU every year. It's got to be CU. Got to be CU.
CU is 24-2-1 all time against Wyoming. And the last matchup was 2009. 2009 was the last time they played.
Okay, yeah, so that's why it has to be CU. They play CSU every year.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So you don't get this many opportunities to play CU, and, you have a chance. From what we've seen through 3 games from CU, this could be a ball game.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll throw that question out there, both to the CSU fans, who would you hate watch? And for the Wyoming fans, you have your choice. You get a win this year over CSU, or you get a win over Dion and the Buffs in Boulder. You only get to pick one. Which one you going with? Let us know. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Back to your pick about you're being stoked up about the Broncos. It does feel, doesn't it, that the defense is going to have to be the defense that we all expected. I don't think the Chargers are a team that's going to run away from you. Even their 2 wins that everyone's, oh, look at the Chargers. They're 2-0. I mean, it was 27-21 and 20-9. So solid, but, not like, oh, my God, they're just destroying people,
Right.
So I get the sense that this is just going to be a close game, and that brings a couple things into play. One, we brought up this stat earlier. Broncos are 2-7 in one-score games since the start of last year. Okay, they're going to have to find a way, because this feels like a one-score game.
Got to be a one-score game.
It feels like a one-score game. And defensively, I don't trust yet this offense to be necessarily clutch when it matters most. Not saying they can't get there, but at this point, this opponent, if one side of the ball is going to have to come up clutch and win this game at the end, I think it's going to have to be the defense.
Yeah, it's you got to prove that you can go out there and get it done when it matters the most at the end of the football game. They couldn't do it against the Colts. But this figures, you got two really good coaches. This figures to be a close football game where it's going to come down to the last 4 or 5 minutes again. And against the Colts, the Broncos couldn't finish it off. Missed the field goal, have the chance to put it away with a touchdown. You win the game, you screw it up on the field goal block. So you got to find a way to finish games off in the NFL, and I think this is going to be one of those games where the last 4 minutes is going to come down to a play here and a play there.
That was a great Stoked Up. You feeling better about Stoked Up now?
Yeah, I feel better.
Are you feeling better now?
Yeah, I feel better.
You feel good?
I feel better.
Good. Twice next week, we good?
We don't want to overdo it, though. That's what I'm saying. Now it's like twice a week, two times a week.
Like a Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Friday. No.
We'll try it twice.
Bookend the week, all right?
We'll
Come
try
on
it
now.
twice. I got my Cajun word of the day.
We got that next hour. We got our fantasy lineups. Did I finally break through and get a win? God, I was due. Survivor picks, predictions, all that coming up in this most favorite hour on a Football Friday.
I got my response from Richie.
Oh, you did? Okay.
McDonald's response.
All right, we'll get all that next.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Denver Sports 1043 to stay up to date on all your local teams. Denver Sports 1043. The Fan.
Stoked here for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions that are open for bidding right now that will be ending next week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. The best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items and some unique items that you won't find anywhere else. Got a former Subway location auction that will be ending Monday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This got over 60 items in it. It's open for bidding right now. This has got sandwich prep line, walk-in refrigerator and freezer, ice machines, all kind of restaurant equipment in that one. Speaking of restaurant equipment, got one that's ending on Monday, again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a restaurant equipment auction that will be ending. And then on Tuesday, always one of my favorite auctions, and this is an awesome auction. Vehicle contractor and rental yard equipment auction ending at 8:30 on Tuesday. It's what I love about Roller Auction is they always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Go see it all and get yourself a great deal. RollerAuction.com. That's RollerAuction.com.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years of gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25 for new customers with qualifying bundle. Current customers may be eligible depending on services and area. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey, do you live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery? How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best news. Same-day appointments. That's right. They'll see you today. They're a phone call away. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One, complete medical center for spine care, exams, MRIs, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility. And their board-certified physicians can give you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain, guys. I'm telling you what, changed my life. A couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was doing things I hadn't done in decades, right? You're checked out of life. You're in so much pain. You're just like, I can't do that. I can't play golf. I can't go to the gym. I can't sleep through the night. All those things are a thing of the past. I'm sleeping through the night. I'm playing golf. I'm going to the gym, and I owe it all to my buddies over there at Spine One. Check them out for yourself. Start your journey toward pain-free today with a same-day appointment by giving them a call, 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or find them online at spine1.com.
Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. It's football season, and did you know that I am the reigning fan staff champion in the King Supers Football Pick'em? Yep, Stokley, Schlereth, Zach By, Cecil Lammy, none of them can hang with the judge when it comes to football. Just like those made-for-TV lawyers can't hang with me in the courtroom. When you've been hurt in a car accident, you want the real deal, which is what you get when you call 303 Law 4040. Not some made-for-TV character. When you call 303 Law 4040, you speak directly with me or my lovely wife, Kimberly, not some call center overseas. And you get to meet with us in person for free. We never take a dime unless we win for you. Plus, no ridiculous fees like those TV characters. You were the one that was hurt, so the doctors and the lawyers shouldn't take all the money. So go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040, 303-LAW-4040.
Introducing Slate, the cure for overpriced, overcomplicated cars. It's a truck, it's an SUV, it's whatever you need it to be. Reserve yours at slate.auto.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday night on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams. CSU football faces UTSA with pregame starting at 6:30. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Passive aggression.
Oh, Mark. Sweet, naive, childlike Mark.
Culinary techniques.
So you got the crawfish, you got the tail, you pinch, twist, and some people like to slurp it. You're a slurper.
And backhanded apologies.
You know what? I would like to officially apologize to you, Mike. You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're skinny. I'm fat.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, as we roll into our fourth hour here on a Football Friday, we love our 9 o'clock hour on the Football Fridays. We do our fantasy lineups, survivor picks, predictions, all that stuff.
French Cajun word of the day.
French Cajun word of the day.
We thought it was going to be over with, but we're going to keep trying it and see if I can bounce back from last week. I'm watching Josh Allen highlights right now. Ooh, God, he played pretty good last night.
Oh, no, he's in the...
How about that little flick?
He's in the zone right now.
My
he's
goodness.
in his absolute prime.
Man, that'd be nice to have.
There's only...
that guy.
Well...
Ooh, what could have been?
Ask John Elway about that.
What could have been?
He was too...
How'd that work out?
Too spooked by what happened with Paxton Lynch.
That guy's good.
He's
good.
And let's let's not get caught into reworking history here. At the time, and believe me, I was living it every single day. At the time, he was considered a high risk, high reward, could go either way type prospect.
Right. It was so inaccurate.
Right. And I can see
So it
Why
wasn't
a guy like
yeah.
John was looking at it going,
Do I do that again?
Do I do that
Yeah,
again?
that's a hard thing to pull the trigger on that after the Paxton Lynch. They profile as the same quarterback.
They do. They did.
The same exact guy.
They did.
So, well, we got our guy now.
I know.
We got our guy
It's
now.
just, yeah.
So what do you make of the
Absolutely, there, Tony Scheffler.
Yeah. Shout out, Tony. We got to get Tony on. God.
Yeah.
What do you make of this Chad Powers deal we keep seeing? Like, they keep running these promos for it. It's like on Hulu.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it just one? Is a movie?
It's a series. I think it's a series.
It's a series.
I think it's a series. So they're taking
Can we find out if it's a series or a movie?
They're taking that Eli Manning hilarious spoof where he shows up at a workout.
He shows up at Penn State.
Penn State to do like a practice, like an open tryout.
The only person that knew was
James Franklin?
James Franklin,
the coach.
The only person that knew was their head coach.
Right.
That was it.
And so he's all done up in prosthetics and all that kind of stuff, makeup, and he goes out and people are like, "Who the heck is this guy?" Because he's throwing dimes all over the place, and finally reveals himself to be. He tells everybody he's Chad Powers, and he finally reveals himself, as Eli Manning, and it's a great thing. Well, they're trying to make a series out of it, starring Glenn Powell, the guy from the Top Gun movie, and he's going to be Chad Powers. And I don't know, pretty much every trailer that's ever put out makes whatever TV show or movie that they're doing the trailer for look pretty good. So this actually looks pretty good, but you think it's going to be terrible. You said you said terrible like 8 or 9 times while you were watching the trailer.
Is that Peyton's deal? Is Payton doing that?
Would that affect your opinion?
Oh, of course it would. What are you talking about? I think Payton has to be. That has to be an Omaha production. If it's an Omaha production, it's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be
it
so good.
It might win an Emmy.
It probably will. And an Oscar and a Grammy.
Do they give a
Emmy, Oscar, Grammy, the hat trick for
EGOT.
Omaha production?
The
EGOT. There we go. And probably get a Marconi too.
There you go.
Yeah. Omaha. Got it.
All right, Johnny's working on that.
Okay.
Is it, as soon as you know, let us know. Is it a series or just a one-off movie?
It is a series.
It is a series.
It looks like the first episode is September 30th, and it'll be 6 episodes long on Hulu.
Okay. And is this a Peyton Eli production?
No, not
or
Eli.
Still looking at that.
Oh, I guess Eli, yeah, because he's
Eli's
the one
in
that did
it.
it. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually in it. You're right.
Who knew that Eli had such a great sense of humor? I mean, I know you did because you knew him, but let's face it, for most of his career, he was always kind of the button-down, New York.
Didn't show emotion.
Didn't show much emotion, was kind of bland and boring, and then now look at him.
Yeah.
He's got, you're best friends with him. You were hanging out, playing golf with him.
Yeah.
Who's funnier, him or Peyton?
Ooh, Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton. But they're all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I think Cooper is the funniest.
Is he?
Yeah. But they all are a little bit different, but all very, very funny. So
all right.
They got that going. I got an update on
let's get an update on McDonald's.
McDonald's gate this morning. So I was thinking when I woke up this morning, I said, okay, I'm not doing McDonald's today. I'm not doing it. But that's kind of 4:40 brain working. Come 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm like, it's Friday. I want McDonald's. Let me text Richie at 8 o'clock. Richie doesn't show up till 9:15 on Friday, And so I look into the control room, and there's Richie. And he's dressed like he's got a T-shirt on and like some Umbro shorts on. I'm like, okay. You ever wear those Umbro shorts?
Umbro shorts?
You don't even know.
No.
Goodness gracious.
Do you get
Where
them
are my people at?
Do you get them at Lululemon?
No.
Lululemon?
No, this is...
Where do you get them?
Young ones.
Umbro shorts were like cool when, I don't know, maybe I was in high school or middle school. So it was a joke.
I probably know what they are. I just didn't know that they went. I didn't know.
Apparently you don't know what they are. You'd say Umbro.
I wasn't looking. I didn't know the name. I probably know what they are.
No, you don't. Or you would say, I know what you're talking about. He didn't have on Umbro shorts, but I was just making a joke, Mike. And I guess if it's not a joke from the 1960s, Mike doesn't get it.
That's not true.
So,
that's not true.
Oh,
I get you. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
No, you don't. So anyway, you just Googled it.
I did. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so he was dressed all, and it was early. I'm like, what? Why is he here so early on Friday? And so I'm like, dang it, this stinks. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to pretend like I didn't see him, and I'm going to text him, McDonald's on your way in, ? So maybe he'd say, well, I'm here, but since, I usually do this for you on Friday, I'll go back and get it, for you. That's what I was hoping. He said, I'm already at the office. I get in around 7:40 now with my new gym schedule. Guess he got a new gym schedule. How about that? Oh, wow. Got a new schedule a little bit earlier, I guess, so he gets into the office at 7:40. And so I was still kind of waiting for, hey, I got you, though. And so I sent the emoji of the guy with the hand on the forehead, like, oh, you serious? Come on, man. And still, then nothing after that. So last break, he comes strolling in here, and he's all showered now because he must have showered. He's looking like Richie, looking sharp. And he goes, man, that's, I was expecting for you to, text me at like 7 o'clock this morning, and I was going back and looking through my text, and all you ever text me is like, hey, McDonald's. That's all our texts have been. And so I was like, yeah, man, that's a bummer. It's like, but do you have time? Do you have time right now to maybe?
I'm watching this play out, and I'm just like, wow.
Well, I had to go for it.
This is a masterclass being performed by Stoked right now.
Yeah, I had to go for it. I'm like, it's only, at this point, what, 8:50 or whatever, 8:55. I'm like, it's literally 5 minutes. Do you maybe have time to do it? And what did he say?
He said, I'm on it.
Love that guy.
Tremendous flex. Like you totally played the poker face, thinking that he had acknowledging that you thought he just came in from work. You didn't even tip off at all that you saw him here earlier.
Yeah.
And you played it perfectly.
Played the role.
And you got him to go out again.
Yeah.
You acted like, oh, on your way in, normally you're on your way in, could you maybe, go, but now you had him on the way in, here for 2 hours, work out, shower, all that stuff, and now you're sending him out again.
Yeah.
For an errand, for you. Errand boy, Richie Carney.
Oh, now stop it. Now look at what you're trying to do. Now you're trying to make him get mad at me because you're calling him errand boy, Richie Carney.
You just took 5 minutes to describe how you duped him.
That is what a good friend does for other friends. Mike, you don't have any friends, so you don't even know about what friends do for each other.
You're patting yourself on the back about how you played them.
Well, you got it. Sometimes that's what friends do to each other.
True,
okay?
True.
But you wouldn't know that. You don't have many friends.
I have great friends. In fact, I've got an awesome weekend planned this weekend.
Oh.
It's our...
Are these paid friends?
Like my wife?
Yes.
Are they mail order friends?
Yeah.
No,
is it going to go on the big board?
No, it's our big annual Steamboat Fall Golf weekend with the judge, Dan Jacobs.
Dan T?
He hosts.
Law 4040?
He hosts up there in Steamboat. He's the mayor of Steamboat now. And he hosts, and we have a big golf weekend with myself, Dan, Chad Andrus, Lodo Chad, former fan legend for years here, Mitch Heider, and we're going to be playing as soon as this show's over. I'm out of here.
Oh, really?
I gotta get to Steamboat. Got to get to the boat. Playing Rolling Stone later this afternoon.
Any chance on? Oh,
and then tomorrow, Haymaker.
Okay. That's the only course I played up there.
It's going to be awesome.
I don't know.
It's going to be awesome
over there.
And the beauty is we play tonight. We play today. Get done around 6:37. Perfect time to finish. We don't tee off till tomorrow at 2.
Oh. Oh, you hitting them streets?
Hit the streets of the boat tonight. Hitting the boat tonight.
Oh, man. Ladies. No, just kidding. No, hey, so any concern, because I would be, if I was you, because you're rolling up there, how long does it take to get there?
I mean, we're gonna be coming in hot.
Right.
Yeah.
So like 2.5 hours?
2:45, yeah.
Right. So you're rolling up there, right? I'd be a little bit getting anxious about any possibility of traffic.
Exactly.
Are a lot of people going to the boat this time of year?
Construction, road construction.
Like changing of the leaves, is that there yet? Where people are going up there to see
the leaf peepers, yeah.
Yeah, the leaf peepers.
There could be some of that. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Guess what else I'm going to enjoy today?
What's that?
First time getting the big Coke with no ice. Yeah. I'm taking your advice.
We'll see how it goes. Fantasy lineups. Did I finally end the Rockies-like streak of futility? Find out next.
Will Denver's pass rushers continue their strong start to the season? Will Sean Payton find more ways to utilize his running backs? We'll react to it all in the Fan Football Postgame Show, live on game day starting at the 2-minute warning. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
More confidence, more ambition, and increased desire to be active and healthy. These are just some of the benefits that come with getting your hair back. If you're tired of that expanding bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning hair, and you want to do something about it, contact the amazing team at Advanced Hair Restoration. Start with a free consultation with Advanced Hair and learn all about their quick and easy one-day hair loss solution that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow. All you have to do is choose how much hair and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest with the latest technology, legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls, and her all-star team. Getting your hair back does change your life. Take it from me. 20 years ago, I had this done. Yes, with Dr. Tanya Pauls herself. My hair grew back and continues to grow 2 decades later. Winner of Westward's Best of Denver 2 years in a row, and right now for a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Brandon Stokley here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Do you need a new furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump? ROX Rocks Heating and Air makes it incredibly easy with their new, free, no obligation online heating and cooling quote. It takes less than 5 minutes and gives you options instantly. No calls, no waiting, and transparent pricing. Only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX rocks heating and air.
I'm Dr. Joel Cherdak with Denver Regenerative Medicine. If you're ready to lose weight safely and effectively, we prescribe real GLP-1 medications at standard dosages from licensed U.S. pharmacies, not half-strength drugs from unknown or online sources. Your care is managed by a real medical doctor at a real clinic with telemedicine available. And right now, we're offering a free consultation to help you get started. See real results for under $300 a month. Schedule your free consult today at DenverRegen.com. That's DenverRegen.com.
Back to school today, college before you know it. College Invest 529 savings accounts make saving easy and qualify for a Colorado tax deduction. Open yours before another year passes. CollegeInvest.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Football is back, and it's time for you to get in the game. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is here to help, and we're giving away a PlayStation 5 bundle. Download the Denver Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a PS5 console, a 70-inch flat-screen TV, plus copies of Madden 26 and College Football 26. Don't wait. Download the Denver Sports app now. 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
All right, before we get to our fantasy lineups, on the subject of...
I see what you did there.
What's that? The song.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Johnny's. That's Johnny Fever's creation.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. You like it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Who is this?
Oh, boy, I got to ask Mark who that is. That's going way back.
Clearwater Creek Revival? What's the name of that band? Creekwater Clear?
Yeah.
Credence.
Credence, something in
You
there?
nailed it.
Yeah, that group.
Creekwater Revival. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of your best ones.
It's Traffic.
Traffic.
The band's called
Okay.
Traffic.
I think I asked that last time, too.
Did you?
Yeah, a couple weeks
really?
ago. Yeah.
On the subject of me and my friends, on the RamosLawn.com text line,
How much do you pay them to hang out
Mike
with
has
them?
tons of friends as long as they don't ask him to use his truck.
Ooh.
We do have an update on that, by the
We
way.
do.
You want to share that?
Yes, because I was talking to the wife a week or so ago. I was like, gosh, dang it. I want to get rid of the beanbag. It's a huge beanbag. Thing is probably like, I don't know, 6 feet, 7 feet, by whatever,
That's
3 or something.
Giant beanbag.
So, yeah, I mean, I can lay fully on it, right? Just laying back. And so it got some good use, not a ton, but I'm just ready for it to be done. It's just sitting down in the basement. I'm like, I want to be done with it. And so we were talking about this a while back, and I'm like, well, I told Zach, I was like, Zach, you want it? He's got 2 kids. Perfect.
Yeah.
Have it. But I got to get it to him. And it's big. It's not going in my car. And so you have the truck. And so we were talking about your truck and how you don't let anyone ever borrow your truck. And
I don't.
And so because I wanted to borrow it, and I was like, hey, be perfect, when you and Mark do y'all's podcast that y'all do like 5 days a week now.
Sure. Ask me how much I'm getting paid for it now that we're doing it 5 days a week.
But you're about to have a big sponsor. Right around the corner. Big sponsor right around the corner. The money's going to be flowing in. It's going to be just pouring in.
That's what he keeps telling me.
Yep, right. Got this one lined up. We're going to be calling you Money Mike.
Absolutely.
Okay? Money Mike over here.
Man.
And so I was thinking, I was like, well, when you're doing your podcast after the show, boom, I could just get in your truck, beeline to the Rock, grab the beanbag, go deliver it to Zach, get it to Zach, and be done with it. But I'm like, I don't know if Mike's going to let me use the truck. But Mark did kind of beat you up about that. He's like, Mike, your truck's not even, like, it's not even a new truck. It's old and beat up anyway.
No, it's not beat up. It's not beat up. I take exception with that. Be careful. Otherwise, I could change my mind. Be careful.
Well,
Tread carefully.
No, this is what Mark said.
Well, okay.
Mark's the one that said it was old and beat up.
Well, then I'm going to put him on notice here.
Right.
On Monday.
But anyway, you have said, yes, I can use it to do to deliver the goods. So
Want to do it next week? One of these days next week?
Yes, I would love to.
All right.
I'd love to.
We'll take care of that.
Yep.
So that's what friends do, Texter.
Right.
That's what friends do.
That's
Okay,
what friends
Johnny
are for.
Fever.
This man is a saint.
Oh, there's Richie.
Richie's in the house.
Was Richie
Oh, I see
listening?
it.
Was Richie listening? Oh yeah. He's
Good.
You got to admit, he played you pretty well. Yeah, he's giving you kind of like he did.
No, I mean,
he liked doing it.
Yeah, he loved it.
I don't know if he liked the errand boy tag, but
from you, not from me.
Anyway. All right, let's get to a trivia fantasy. Excuse me. How'd we do last week, Johnny? Please tell me I ended the
had
streak.
to win. You had.
I know. Well,
you
I
had
don't know.
Fred Taylor.
Yeah, right. Go ahead. What do we got?
All right, so I set the line at, I think it was 9.5 last week, which was just brilliant by me. Mike, you won 70.34 to 61.24.
Wow.
And although Jonathan Taylor did have a big game, ultimately the difference was Mike's flex of Troy Franklin and your pick of the wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr., where he only had 8 and Troy Franklin had 24 points. So
wow.
Even though you gave up essentially once you heard that he took Jonathan Taylor, Stoked.
Yeah, you
did.
did. Yeah, you
a little
did kind of
wave.
wave.
Did I?
Yeah, you did wave the flag pretty quickly there.
I mean, you got a good team. You had Bo Nix, who threw for 3 touchdowns.
Right.
Jonathan Taylor, who had a great game, and then Troy Franklin, who had 8 catches.
Yeah.
And a touchdown.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your lineup was stacked.
Yeah, but you had
a good team.
You had Danny Dimes. I mean,
yeah, but he didn't throw that many touchdowns.
Yeah, that's true.
He outscored Bo Nix.
Field goals.
He outscored Bo.
He did?
Yeah,
How?
by 2.
How?
Rushing, probably.
He didn't rush that much. I want to
Ran for a
recheck your
touchdown.
stats. Oh, he ran for a touchdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Remember
He had that dive.
Dive.
Oh, dive.
Dive over the top there. All right. So,
got to recheck his math.
Big board. We got to.
Wow.
Oh, that's cruel.
On a Friday. Big board, the new updated one, fresh on September 19th is he has friends. just simple, to the point.
That is the simplest one.
Right.
Actually, the last two have been very simple.
He has a wife. He has friends. That's unbelievable. How far have you fallen in life, Mike Evans? You used to be something. You used to have friends. You got nothing anymore.
I know. I mean, that's why I have to go back east. That's why I'm,
right.
Summer of Evans, summer of Mike, all the PTO. I mean, that's where all my friends are.
Right.
So I had to take all those days off during the summer.
Now it makes sense.
I mean, I only have so many friends. I have to travel to find them. So.
All right, ready to pick?
All right, you ready to go? I get to go first?
I guess yeah.
Or should
you
the
go
loser?
You get to go.
I get to go first.
Winner goes
See,
first.
this is a tough one because there's no real undisputed fantasy stud on these teams. They both all kind of spread the wealth here a little bit. So
all right, let's just make the pick.
Make the pick.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what. I think you're going to see a highly motivated J.K. Dobbins going up against his old team. I'm going to take for my running back. I'm going to take J.K.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Now I got give me Herbert. I'm not going to overthink it. Give me Herbert.
Wow.
Going Herbert.
Right away.
Yeah. Do you want action on this? Are we going to do action?
We could do action.
Breakfast
on
Friday
next
action?
Friday? I like that.
All
right.
Perfect.
Well, do you now retroactively owe me one though? Owe us all one since I won last week?
Well, Mike, no. If you don't make a bet before the game is started, before you don't say, well, hey, I beat you last week. I know we're so don't you owe me from a week? No, that's not how this thing works.
We could do. You know what we could do? Could probably slide it in next Tuesday or Wednesday and get Richie to go get it. He's an
errand boy.
He's a very willing.
Look at him. He's right there. This Evans made me. You made me stoop down to your level.
Stoop?
Goodness.
All right, so you went with Herbert. Okay, I'm going to go with.
I got to look at the rosters here.
I tell you what, I love the way this guy's playing. I'm going to go with my wide receiver. I'm going to go with Troy Franklin.
Okay, you go with Franklin. I mean, you already know.
And by the way,
you already know.
I could have easily taken him, but
there's rules to the game.
I wanted to do the nice thing, and I know you want him, so
yes,
go ahead, take him.
Give me the McConkey.
You get McConkey. That is I couldn't take. I mean, that would have just crushed your soul.
I know.
If I had taken
You're a
him.
nice guy.
I thought about it too. I was really thinking about it. It was either Troy Franklin or Ladd McConkey. I'm like, I'll let him have Ladd. He wants to have Ladd. All right, so I've got my running back J.K. I got my wide receiver Troy. I now have quarterback, running back, wide receiver, flex, and then defense, special teams. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, I don't want to go there. I don't need to go there. I'll tell you what. I have belief in the Denver Broncos defense to bounce back.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Denver D.
Okay.
All
right.
You got one running back open and flex open.
With my flex, I'm going to take a guy that didn't do a lot last week. A guy that, when you don't have a lot of targets or a big game.
Shoot. I was getting ready to take him.
Yeah, usually you bounce back, and I think that's what's going to happen this week.
I made a mistake.
I'm going Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, darn it. I jumped the gun on the defense. I should have taken Court as the flex. Darn it. All right. That's a good call. Good call.
Idiot.
Yeah, all right. I'm like Sean. I'm going to have to just say.
Played better.
Yeah. Shouldn't have made the call. 60-yarder. I shouldn't have been that aggressive.
Right.
I was a little too aggressive. I jumped on the Denver D. I should have gone Cortland with the flex there. All right, good pick by you. Let's see. I have a flex left. Hey, he always seems to play well against the Broncos. Always. And he's back. I wish he was a Bronco.
Oh.
I'm going to go with Keenan Allen.
Yeah, that's a good one. I was going to pick Keenan Allen if it wasn't for Cortland being there. So I like that pick by you. I'm going to go with a running back here because you just got a quarterback. So I'm going to go. I guess I got to pick. I mean,
you got R.J. Harvey, Omarion Hampton, or Najee Harris.
Well, I'm not picking Najee. He's got 9 carries in 2 games. So it's either Omarion Hampton or our backup running back who didn't have a lot of carries last week. I'm going to go with their starter. I got to, right? Omarion Hampton.
All right. And that leaves me with Bo, and that leaves you with defense or special teams.
Okay, so you got Bo.
You going to go with Dicker the kicker, or are you going to go with Will Let's bounce back or Chargers D?
Right. Give me Dicker the kicker.
All right. That's solid.
Cameron Dicker.
All right, so I got Bo, J.K. Dobbins, Troy Franklin, Keenan Allen, the Denver D. You got Justin Herbert, Omarion Hampton, Ladd McConkey.
Oh.
Again, you're heavy on the Bronco opponent.
Yeah, I am.
Last week you were heavy with Colts.
Yeah.
So, this week you're going with a lot of Chargers. A lot of Chargers.
I'm actually going to go with the
come on.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
There you go. All right, coming up next, our Survivor picks. That's next.
Follow us on X at DEN Sports 1043 for up-to-the-minute information and opinions on all things Denver sports. Also, we can still call it Twitter, right? Denver Sports 1043 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. I was talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Told me, hey, over this last year, the market's gone from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining, something people haven't seen in a long time here in Denver, Colorado. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline, he's going to scratch you a check for $5,000. Come on, who else makes that offer? The answer is nobody I know makes that offer. Troy can make that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families right now that are approved and ready to buy. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash and he can close in as little as 7 days. If you've got a house to sell, give him a call. 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. Hey, Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433.
Flanagan Law is different on purpose. Female-owned, client-focused, and community-driven. After your accident, we make sure you're cared for and compensated. Flanagan Law. Different feels better. Focus on healing. We'll take care of the rest.
Come shop Denver's biggest, most exciting diamond event of the year.
Everything diamonds. Diamond earrings, rings, bracelets, and necklaces at the best prices of the year.
The Diamond Expo at Williams Jewelers. Save hundreds, even thousands. It's our biggest diamond event of the year.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. Fall has arrived, which makes now the perfect time to call your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks, at 303-425-0985. Ductworks complete ventilation cleaning packages, scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing dirt, dust, and debris other companies leave behind. Here's why that matters. Your heating system kicks on in the fall. Dirty ducts can reduce efficiency, raise your energy bills, push dust into your home's air. A professional cleaning now helps your furnace run better, last longer, and keep your family breathing cleaner air. Don't wait until the first cold snap when everyone else is scrambling. Get ahead of the rush. Call Ductworks today at 303-425-0985 or visit ductworks.com for your free residential and commercial estimate. Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
303-425-0985. Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Saturday night on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams. CSU football faces UTSA with pregame starting at 6:30. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Self-defense lessons.
I tased them.
Taser always works.
That's right.
Southern charm.
Look at the boys.
With some classic impressions.
He put his pitchfork down and he grabbed his sledgehammer and he said, "Hey, you want some of this?"
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
You know, before we go any further, I need to know. I guts to know.
What do you need to know?
Because I've long been a proponent that when you drive through a fast food place and you order a soda, I just do not believe in heavy ice, light ice. A lot of times I go no ice because I'd rather get more soda bang for my buck. And
then it doesn't water it down either,
it doesn't
right?
water it down, and I've always felt like it comes out of the fountain really cold. So for the first time, you've tried it, and I guts to know. What do you think?
I think it's great.
Oh.
So I just ran to the table and I scarfed down a hash brown and 3/4 of the sausage egg McMuffin.
There you go.
I'm about halfway through the Coke. Oh, glorious.
All
What
right.
a Friday.
All right.
I woke up this morning telling myself, no, I'm not doing McDonald's. And then after about an hour and a half in, I said, I need McDonald's. So happy.
All right.
Happy.
All right. Before we get into our Survivor picks, very lackluster start to the season with you and your French Cajun word or phrase of the week.
Yeah.
We really loved it last year with gris-gris and lognac and roulé. Hold on.
Roulé.
Hold on.
Roulé.
No. Something le bon temps. Roulé le bon. Roulé.
What?
Stop. Oh, you're right.
Just stop. Yeah.
Something le bon temps.
Struggling.
Laissez. Les bétons.
Yeah.
Oh my! I can't even. Laissez les bétons. Oh my gosh!
No,
I'm out. Go ahead.
All right.
I'm out.
Something laissez bon
temps
roulé. Yeah. Laissez le bon temps.
I don't know why I can't say it.
Struggling.
Anyway, you had great ones last year, and you got off to a slow start this year, and you reached rock bottom last week when your idea of a French Cajun phrase of the week was "merci beaucoup," which is not.
I was scrambling.
Not French Cajun.
I panicked.
All right. So
okay, here we go. I got one.
What do you got?
Okay, hey.
First one of the year.
All right, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Whew. A lot of pressure here. Fee-fou-lay. Fee-fou-lay. Spell it. See if you can spell it.
Oh, I mean.
Try your best. Fee-fou-lay.
Fee-fou-lay? Fee-fou-lay.
Yeah.
F-E-E-F-O-L-A-Y.
F-I-F-O-L-E-T. Fee-fou-lay.
Wait a minute. Spell that again?
F-I-F-O-L-E-T.
Fee-fou-lay.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Fee-fou-lay.
Fee-fou-lay.
It's a Cajun folklore in Baton Rouge, also the name of a popular Halloween festival. Okay, let's see. I also got here. It's a mischievous.
Ooh, want to try that one again?
No, I don't want to try it again. But I am. I am. Settle down over there, Evan.
Sorry. God, try again. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's not
mischievous.
There you go. Sorry.
Mischievous, fire-like spirit in Cajun folklore, often appearing as a blue flame in the Louisiana swamp.
Woo!
Fee-fou-lay.
Fee-fou-lay. So, are we looking for the defense, Broncos defense this week to be kind of a little
Fee-fou-lay?
Fee-fou-lay?
Yes.
I like it.
Yes. Good job.
All right. This is a good one. Fee-fou-lay. All right. Sorry to make fun of you.
No, that's okay.
Mark Schlereth habits just kicked in right there.
No,
so.
Perfectly fine.
Sorry about that.
Stink, stank, stunk.
All right, let's get to our Survivor picks. Johnny, you want to bring us up to date on what we've done so far?
Yep. So last week, Mike, you and Ty went the Cowboys, who won overtime against Dangerous. You both are 2-0, and then Stink and Stoke went with the Cardinals, who won.
Yep.
And you guys are 2-0. I went with the Steelers. and they took a big fat L, so I am 1-1. And by the way, did you see Caleb Johnson in that game?
Yeah.
He didn't return the kick. What are we doing, brother?
I think he's a bum.
Just catch the ball and run with it.
That's what Aaron thinks, yeah.
So everyone's 2-0. I'm 1-1.
Mark did send his pick in to us. He took Seattle at home over the Saints. That's actually that's a strong one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I might use that one too.
I'm gonna go with something a little bit different. Give me the Commanders. I'm gonna go with the Commanders at home against the Raiders. I don't care.
You know that Jaden Daniels may not play.
What? What?
Yes, he's questionable.
Of course I knew that. What are you talking about? I'm taking the Commanders.
Sorry.
They're playing the Raiders. It doesn't matter if they bring back Sammy Ball.
All right.
Joe Theismann could come back with a broken leg and beat this Raiders team.
Yeah.
So
who are all those quarterbacks that Mark likes to brag that he won championships with there in Washington? Who's the guy? Who was it?
Jay Schroeder.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's close. It's not him. I don't know who. I'm drawing a blank on who it was, but it was that anonymous. But all right, so you're going to go with the Commanders. Mark's going with Seattle. I'll tell you what. I'm going to piggyback. I love that Seattle pick. That one, I'm going to take Seattle as well.
Okay.
Johnny?
I was also thinking Seattle, but I was looking at their injury report. They got a lot of big guys on there.
Playing the Saints, though.
I was also thinking the Chiefs over the Giants. But I think I'm going to save the Chiefs maybe for later. So I'm actually going to go with the Bucks over the Jets.
Yeah, that's strong, too.
Justin Fields in concussion protocol.
Yeah,
he's out.
Tyrod Taylor playing. That was the other one I was thinking about, too. All right. Yeah, I'll go with Seattle.
Okay.
Ty?
So I'm caught between two teams. I'm between the Packers over the Browns or the Chiefs over the Giants. But honestly, I don't feel right to using the Packers this early.
Yeah,
so
exactly. You want to save them, yeah.
I want to take the Chiefs.
Got to take the Chiefs?
The Chiefs over the Giants.
Everybody was knocked out. I was doing high knees.
Oh. All right, at your own peril. Oh. At your own peril. That's all I can say. Okay. So, Fifoulet.
Fifoulet.
Fifoulet? Fifoulet.
Yes.
Fifoulet. All right.
You
A
nailed
blue
it.
flame that appears mischievously. Oh, it's spreading.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even say laissez les bon temps rouler. Laissez les bon temps rouler. Thank you.
It's back. Okay, coming up next are predictions, including the question that we threw out earlier. Wyoming fans, you can choose one win this year over your dreaded border war rival CSU or Dion and the Buffs on national TV in Boulder. What are you choosing? That and our predictions next.
Denver's road trip continues as they head to L.A. for a showdown with Jim Harbaugh. Kick your football Sunday off in style with Denver Game Day, powered by Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos. Live on Game Day starting at 10 a.m. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Who wants the lowest rate for life?
I do.
I do. Everyone does. But even the best deal in the market becomes high if rates fall in the future. So now what? Go through all the expense again? No. Just go to U.S. Mortgages and get our trademarked lowest rate for life product. It allows you to get your savings today and lock in at below market rates like our 4.75 5-year fixed that has a 5.89 APR.
Wait, 4.75% 5 years fixed?
Yes, and even if the market does improve further, great. We redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee, and there's no limit to the number of times you can use this. So stop waiting for rates to get better and wasting money. Lock in your savings now and know you're 100% protected with lowest rate for life. Call 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com. Rate must be locked by 9/16.
All loans subject to approval and change. See website for complete details. License number 392126.
It's O-Rewards Member Appreciation Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Up to $100 in bonus rewards available at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
It's your last chance to take advantage of EV federal tax credits at Siltar Motors. This month, get the all-electric F-150 Lightning or the head-turning Mustang Mach-E with 0% interest for 72 months or lease credits up to $11,000 off. Check out their current selection of EVs at sthmotors.com to get the EV you want before they are gone. Siltar Motors has got the best location, the biggest EV selection in Denver, and the most competitive pricing in Colorado. Siltar Motors will deliver everything you want out of a dealership.
Winning matters. Postman Law has recovered over $3 billion for clients. Injured? Call 844-POSTMAN. It's free to see if you have a case. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Hey, it's Zach. Winter's coming. Don't wait. Order windows or siding from 5280 Exteriors before the snow flies. 15-year low-interest financing with no prepayment penalty. Call now for your free quote and see how low your payment can go. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Introducing Slate, the cure for overpriced, overcomplicated cars. It's a truck, it's an SUV, it's whatever you need it to be. Reserve yours at slate.auto.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Forced surrender.
We tried, didn't work. You have my permission. Have fun.
Opinion shaming.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way.
And an occasional superiority complex.
You realize I'm doing a national broadcast, you morons.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on
play here when it comes to college football this weekend, specifically when it comes to the Wyoming CU game tomorrow night. So, two-part question. One, if you're a CSU fan, and understand you have your own issues, you're a home underdog to University of Texas San Antonio. What's that all about? But anyway, if you had to hate watch Wyoming and CU, who would you tune in to hate watch? Would it be your border rival, Wyoming, or would it be your Rocky Mountain Showdown rival, CU? And then the second question is
here's my guess on that one.
All right, what's your guess?
My guess on that one is if I am CSU, I am saying I want Wyoming to win because then we play Wyoming later. And so Wyoming's going to beat Colorado, and then we beat Wyoming and say, I'm the captain.
Right.
Look at me now.
Right. Okay, fair. That's good logic. The other question is for you Wyoming fans, and we know we got Cowboy fans listening. For you Wyoming fans, what you have your choice. You can win one game this year. It can either be over your arch rival CSU, or it can be over Prime, the Buffs in Boulder, primetime, national TV. What do you choose? So
gotta be CU.
It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be.
Bigger program. You don't play them as often.
Right. So here's some reaction on the RamosLaw.com text line. From Alex, I played at CSU, so naturally there's a deep hatred for Wyoming and CU. I also coached Wyoming safety Jones Thomas in track here in Fort Collins. So with that being said, I would love to see the dumpster fire that is CU continue to burn. CSU alum here, it pains me to say, but go Pokes. CU needs to be knocked down, Scott in Denver.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would love to see Deion lose. And then what it would look like if Wyoming beat CU, right?
Now this one, born and raised Wyoming, UW grad, it's the sheep. It's always the sheep. Beat the sheep. So he's taking a win over CSU over a win over CU.
Okay.
Let's see. From a Pokes fan, it's CU. Beating Prime on prime time. Go Pokes. Brandon from Firestone. So there you go.
Okay. Love it.
Who do you like? You want to get to the prediction? I'll tell you what. Ty, let's do it. It's prediction time.
Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
Hey, woman. Okay. Let's start with that game. Let's start. Actually, let's build up. Does CSU, as a home underdog, beat UTSA? How did that happen?
Yeah.
They
had a bye last week, I believe.
Yeah, and the last time they played was the UNC debacle.
Right.
Which they
got a W.
Absolutely were lucky to win.
Right. Yep, they got a W. No, I think CSU finds a way to get it done. At home, home underdog, love it. Coming off a bye, correct your mistakes from the week before. You were fortunate, survived the scare, and now you play a more complete football game and you get the W. I got CSU winning.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're in a good spot. They've had 2 weeks to digest that entire, like I said, debacle horror show that was UNC. Braden Fowler-Nicolosi, almost lost his job at quarterback. He holds on to it for now, so the pressure's on him. Yeah, I kind of like them as a home underdog. I'll take them straight up to win. Wyoming and CU, what do you got?
Oh, I got to go with CU. I just can't imagine them dropping this one. Especially after what happened last week against Houston and them getting dominated in Houston. I just can't imagine that they will lose this one at home. And what it would look like, though, if they do. What would it look like, Mike, if they do get upset by the Cowboys?
Man, Stoke. I mean, I say this as somebody that has absolutely loved the Deion Sanders experience here. It has been a unqualified success. He could leave tomorrow, and it will go down as an unqualified success. That said, if they lose to Wyoming, he may leave the day after. I mean, this would end it.
Mike, I don't know how much of a success it would be classified as if you lose to Wyoming and this season's a disaster and that's it. No.
Oh, no.
It's not a success. It won't be a success.
No matter how it ends.
I don't think so.
No matter how.
Have they won a bowl game?
No.
Okay, how many winning seasons have they had?
Please, take it from me, who's been here forever.
No, I get it.
We have talked more about CU in the last 2 years than in the previous 10 years. Okay. I mean, that's not even close.
I get it.
So it's been a success.
No, just because we talk about them doesn't mean it's a success. You know that.
Well,
excuse me. Hash brown.
Wash down some of that ice-free Coke.
Whew. I'm almost done with it. Love it.
Yep.
Great idea. But see, that's a conversation for another day. Hopefully, we don't get down that road. But
I think they win, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I mean, they struggle to get past Delaware, so I see the Buffs winning this game. Like, how about 24-14?
Yeah. I got it. I got to be in a close one. Yeah. I got to be in a one-scoring game.
Okay.
One-score game.
Okay. But we both think the Buffs win.
Yes.
Because the alternative is.
Oh, you can't even go there if you're CU. If you're a CU alum and you lose to Wyoming.
No. No.
That's
it's over.
Right.
It's over. Finally,
Turn off the lights.
Broncos, Chargers, Sunday. By the way, for the record, earlier today, Mark did take the Chargers to win 23-20.
Just had to throw that in there again.
Yeah, you know.
Does he like the Chargers?
Does he like the Chargers?
Does Mark
Schlereth like the Chargers?
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, he does.
Go Chargers, go.
People.
Can we get it?
Yeah, for the most part,
you said it. You knew who I was.
Well, I
what do you mean? Wow.
Yeah, but you didn't nail it. I'd say people, for the most part, gave you kind of a grade on your Arnold impression.
Yeah, I know I didn't nail it, but it was good enough to where you guessed. You didn't know the quote.
No. But I
think
suspected it was your shot at Arnold.
Yes.
Oh, we got it? All right, so you do yours.
Go Chargers, go.
Oh, that was actually your best one.
Right.
All right, here's the real one.
Go Chargers, go.
Okay. Not bad.
Maybe moved up from a C- to a B-.
Okay. All right. I'll give you a B-.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Prediction. What do you got?
Man, Broncos, tough loss last week, obviously. Sitting at 1-1, should be 2-0. Division rival. Huge division game. I believe if they lose this game, Chargers are going to be 3-0 in the division. I believe that their goal of winning the AFC West is done and gone. It's going to be too difficult to overcome. Starting 1-2, trying to overtake a 3-0 Chargers team. There's just something about this Broncos team and Sean Payton that I look at and I say, okay, I look back to last year. You go to history, Mike. Always go to history, okay? If you want to look into the future and what's going to happen, you go back to history, okay? And look at history. What did history tell me last year after they lost to the Chiefs? Devastating loss. Were they able to bounce back? Yes, they were. They bounced back in a big way. So I got confidence in this coaching staff. I got confidence in this core group of players in that locker room. They can handle a little bit of adversity. I got the Broncos figuring this thing out, going on the road, bounce back win, getting a 2-1, overtaking the Chargers in the division for the tiebreaker. I got the Broncos winning this one, Mike. Close one. Will Lutz, walk-off field goal.
Nice.
Broncos win 23-20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Here's why I like the Broncos. For the Broncos, all the reasons you just listed. For the Chargers, maybe the Chargers have completely turned over a new leaf, and Chargers aren't going to charge her. But I got to see the Chargers be able to handle being a front runner before I truly believe in the Chargers. And the idea, everyone talks about what a abnormality it is to see 3 straight division games to kick off a season. And the idea that 3 weeks into the season, they're going to be 3-0 in the division with tiebreakers over everything, that just seems, that's a lot.
Impossible.
That's a lot. So I'm going to go Broncos 26, Chargers 24. Cameron Dicker misses a 63-yard field goal at the buzzer. Leverage 2.
Are we going to try to leverage?
DeAndre Tillman blocks it this time. No leverage call. 26-24, Broncos. There you go. All right.
That was your best one ever. You nailed it.
Have a great weekend, everybody. You are awesome today. Good luck to Mark. Good call. We wish him well with Washington and the Raiders. We'll all be back on Monday to break it down starting at 6 a.m. Have a great weekend. Dover, Cecil, coming your way next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about your hair. If you're losing it and desire it back, then do what I did and go see Dr. Tanya Pauls at Advanced Hair Restoration. Their simple one-day treatment offers life-changing results that I can personally attest to. Guys, it's not magic, but close to it. They put hair where you need it the most, and bam, it grows. It's actually science. Advanced Hair has it all. Top-rated Dr. Tanya Pauls, modern technology, and best of all, you get your very own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day.
Advanced Hair even guarantees it to grow for life. So schedule your free consultation today. Call 720-459-HAIR and you'll get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. That's 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair is the winner of Westward's Best of Denver, and they've changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. Become inspired with the before and afters at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
They say there's no such thing as a free lunch, but not true, I say. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040, and I'm here to tell you about the best, absolute best free meal in all of Denver. Times are tight right now. You go to the grocery store, things are insane. So we all could use a little bit of help. No questions asked. Anybody that needs it can come by every first and third Thursday. Here's how it works. You pull up, you pop your trunk. They put free groceries for the week in your trunk, and they say, how many hot meals do you need? We pass those to you right through your window, and this is good stuff. This is not soup kitchen stuff. I smoke these meats personally. Delicious pulled pork. I got my